All right, how y'all? Letting it warm up a second. All right, we're on all my platforms. We're on Kick, TikTok, YouTube, WAP. So I'm on 4 platforms. All right, I'm going to be looking like all over the place. If there's like chats over here, I'll have to. So if you're wondering who I'm talking to, is somebody else on another platform that you may not be able to see. So yesterday we went in a regular order, so that means today we're gonna go backwards. All right, so we're gonna start with Pisces. All right, so we're doing Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. This will be time stamped down in my description on YouTube. All right. I will have to repeat that because if somebody else comes on to one of the other platforms while it's live, then I'll let them know, like, yeah, we're on a different platform. Or you could watch it on YouTube later. All right. Hopefully y'all had a good 4th of July. We had a little makeshift 4th of July. We just went out back and watched everybody else fireworks. But I didn't have to drive nowhere. I didn't have to deal with no crowds. I didn't have to pay for no parking. I just went right outside and we watched everybody else fireworks and it was fun. All right, do things in a non-traditional way, okay? You don't have to do everything like everybody else. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm just waiting for some more people to join because I know once I get started talking, it'll be people coming in. Let me grab my little lip gloss too. All right. Okay. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right. Come in with an open mind. Okay. This is an open-minded platform. So yes, be prepared to hear opinions and things that you may not always agree with. All right, so let's get started with my Pisces folks. Again, we're going backwards today. That way, the reason I do it that way is so my late signs don't always have to wait, and I typically am more clear during the beginning, when I first get started. So we're going to start with Pisces energy. We're going to see what's coming out for you guys. These are general. All right, I don't know everybody in the world, so please take the energy as it applies to you. If it doesn't apply to you, then hey, it's just not for you. If you want to do personal reading, subscribe to the WAP. You can do a subscription and just cancel a subscription once you get the readings that you need. It is linked on my YouTube. It's also linked in my TikTok bio. Now that I am live again on TikTok, everybody, please. I only have one page. I will never, ever, ever reach out to you for anything. I don't need YouTube. All right. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't freeze. It just said reconnecting. Let me know if it's frozen on YouTube before I get started. But please do not fall for any scams. Okay. This is my only page. I will never DM you for readings. I don't do any spell work. If anybody comes to you talking about, oh, I'm doing this, I could do a spell work for you. I could do this for you. I could do a cleanse for you. That is not me. Okay. Please, please, please use your discernment. But yes, so the only way to get a reading from me is subscribing to the WAP page. The WAP membership is the only way you can get readings, y'all. All right. You cannot get readings from me in a DM, in an email, in a message. You can't get it that way. You have to do the WAP site. It's linked in my TikTok bio and it is linked in my YouTube info. If you're watching on any of my other platforms, I'm on TikTok, Kick, YouTube, WAP. This video will be up on YouTube. It will be time stamped in my description box. Okay, that is how you go find your sign. Those of you that are new to watching me, I do not do personal questions. These are going to be general by each zodiac sign, and we are going backwards today. So we're starting with Pisces first. We're going to do Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Aries. I am just now getting started. We're starting with Pisces. All right. You can definitely watch for moon signs, rising signs. If you know how to apply that to your chart, feel free. All right, and we're going to get started. I appreciate all the likes, all the views. Thank you for subscribing, following, anything like that. I appreciate y'all. Share it with your friends if your friends are into tarot or anything like that. All right, Pisces, let's see. So, what is the most important situation from a Pisces right now? We're using this hip hop Oracle Tarot deck. I do have a few of these decks for sale if anybody wants one, along with the Rider Waite decks as well. All right, so let's see. What's the most important situation for my Pisces? Welcome. Hello, everybody on YouTube, on TikTok. Okay, healing. All right, so when we get healing, of course, this could be literally healing something within your physical body. This is a good time for you to do a detox. Maybe, don't drink today, don't smoke today, eat some veggies, fruits, things like that. If it's not your physical body, of course, we need to heal all kinds of things, mental health, our emotional health, all that good stuff. But the most important scenario here is healing for you. Let's see what the issue is and what. Oh, snap. Let's see what the issue is and what needs to be fixed or healed here. Let's see. Hey, welcome. What's the issue that needs to be healed for my Pisces? Hopefully that phone don't fall again. Okay, resistance. What's being resisted? Okay, yeah, mood. So somebody is basically trying to ignore the fact that they don't feel good. Somebody could literally be resisting crying, sadness, things like that. But I feel like somebody is resisting sickness, or they don't want to admit that something doesn't feel good within their body. So if you got like this would be, don't hold back. If you have to cough, if you have to throw up, if you have to like something, somebody's resisting the fact that they don't feel good. So all right, let's see, what can we work on to heal this here? Somebody's trying to pretend that they're not sad. Now, if this is something emotional, do not pacify yourself. Like we typically, if we're sad, we try to smoke or drink it away or party it away or something like that. If you actually feel sad, regretful, upset, allow yourself to feel that. All right, this could be somebody around you too. This does not have to be you, Pisces. All right, so what are we going to do to heal this, or what could be done? Enter. Okay, power. All right, and emotions. All right. So I feel like maybe somebody's being told that they shouldn't cry, shouldn't be sad. Somebody needs to actually feel this. I always say that it helps to feel the emotions because that tells you what's wrong. It's wrong. You need to feel that so that you can figure out what the root of it was, get rid of that energy. All right, we're gonna have an issue with YouTube here. I see it keeps reconnecting. Let me know on YouTube if anything freezes. Please let me know in the chat because it keeps saying reconnecting, and I will have to restart it if it doesn't work. If you're watching me on TikTok, we're on multiple platforms. If you are on YouTube and it freezes, feel free to watch me on TikTok, Kick. All my names are the same on all platforms. All right, so get power over your emotions. Make sure you guys, allow yourself to feel the sadness, regret. If somebody feels sick, make sure that you're paying attention to what feels off here. All right, what other role do you play here, Pisces? Okay, love. What are you doing out of love here for someone? Hold on. What are you doing out of love in this scenario? You're hiding something. So if this is you, Pisces, you feel like out of love, I'm going to hide the fact that I feel sick, sad, I have regret or sadness. Don't hide that. Don't hide those emotions. I feel like you're hiding this out of love for someone else. Maybe it's your children. Maybe you're like, I don't want to cry in front of my kid, or I want to appear strong, or you don't want to tell the family that something's wrong or something like that. Let's see what else might you be hiding. And I'm not going to put it on blast if it's. Let's see. Okay. What other energy should you be in, Pisces? Okay, yeah. I feel like if there's especially women with children, you have a mindset about what mothers or women have to do here. All right. All right, so let's get the cards. Let's see. Let's see. If you're one of those women, you want to appear strong for your children, or you want to be a strong wife or mother, or feminine figure, or maybe it's the issue where there could be also the mindset that emotions are too feminine. So if somebody is resisting like being sad, regretful, or something like that, all the time we're told that, oh, you're too emotional if you're crying, or that's a feminine trait. If there's any Pisces men and you're sad, you actually need to cry. Yes, I do private readings. You could check it out in my link in my bio. Thank you for the rose, by the way. I appreciate y'all. Let me hide. Oh, we getting the spams. We getting the scammers, y'all. Please do not get scammed on TikTok. Do not get scammed. Okay. Do not get scammed. Okay. All right, but yes, if you're a man watching this and you're a male Pisces and you feel like, oh, I'm resisting my emotions, it's too feminine to cry, I feel like you at least need to feel those emotions. If you don't want to show people that you're crying, that's perfectly fine, but don't go through hiding it. Also, hiding stress and hiding emotions that leads to like autoimmune diseases and all kinds of stuff. You do have to do that. What they already restricted me. So somebody restricted my page and said that I'm nude. They restricted my TikTok for nudity. That's why I did not want to go live on TikTok. But it's all good. Okay. That's why TikTok is a joke nowadays. All right. So yeah, make sure that you guys are not bottling up emotions or trying to mask them or trying to pacify yourself. Allow yourself to feel the feelings that you're feeling. All right, let's see what else we got in these 8 cards. Let's see. Let's get 8 more cards. Thank y'all for the roses. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Let's see. TikTok is owned by some specific people that don't like intuition. So just keep that in mind, y'all, if you're watching on TikTok. Oh, speaking of intuition, we got the High Priestess. All right. Anyway, High Priestess, King of Wands, Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. All right, the Lover is the Devil card, and then the Hierophant. Yeah, this literally everything that I just said. Whenever I pull the High Priestess, it kind of confirms for me that the energy that I already pulled is correct. So I don't want to make it too redundant. I'm not going to go over and over about it. But make sure that you guys are tapped into those emotions. It's okay if you don't feel good, if you're sad or anything like that. All right, what else is intuition telling you guys to do here? My Cash App is also the same name as my TikTok. So anybody that's wondering, everything is the same name everywhere. Eat your heart out. It's the same thing on every platform that I'm on. All right, so what is intuition telling us here, Pisces? Personality, skill, and attitude. Yeah, it's a perspective. So again, it's the way that somebody doesn't want to be viewed. You may not want to be viewed as overly emotional. You may not want to be viewed as weak if you're resisting being sad or regretful or anything like that. Do not, allow yourself to fester on bad emotions and things like that. If this is you or if this is somebody around you, like if there's a woman here, maybe you have a son, maybe he doesn't feel comfortable opening up, maybe it's another man around you, a father figure, anything like that. This is the energy that's going on. People don't want to be perceived as weak or too feminine in this case. All right. What other energy should you be in, Pisces? Your reading's pretty clear, so I'm not gonna, overthink it, overdo it. All right. What other energy should my Pisces be in here? Yeah, truth. What else do you need to see the truth about in this case? Oh, let's see. What else do you need to see the truth about? Yeah, feminine energy. The Empress, feminine energy. Okay, so what is the current perspective of femininity and emotions here in this reading? So the energy here is hustle. Let's see what would be the truth about this. What is the truth? So something's not real. Yeah, this is not real. Literally, whatever the perspective is about feminine energy, it's not real. It's a superstition. All right, that's what this card says, just so y'all can see superstition. So whatever this perspective is, I'm also getting too, there's a perspective that something about money. There could be this perspective of how they connect maybe emotions to money, or let me see, what is the perspective with hustle? Because that's the superstition. That's what's not real. Let's see. Maybe somebody thinks they have to be more logical, less emotional in order to make more money, or or in order to get more success. You can very well be overly emotional and still be rich or wealthy, or something like that. But what is the perspective with hustle? Okay, so there must be something relationship wise. You did come out as love here. So there must be something relationship, masculine versus feminine energy here, with a man and a woman in the two of cups. What's fake about this? Something here is not real, and this has something to do with resisting emotions. All right, the emperor. All right, so whatever the all right, that's masculine energy. That's what's not real. All right. So there's something about masculine energy that is a superstition that's not correct. It's not real. Again, like we said, if you're taught that men are less emotional, or men are not supposed to be crying or something like that, or it's a sign of weakness, that's most likely what we're discussing here. You may even feel like, even if you're a woman, you feel like it makes you look more stern, more powerful, more masculine when you're not emotional. That's not true. I mean, we know plenty of men who do things that are emotional reactions all the time. We see it all the time. That's why they unalive people and all kinds of stuff. We can go on it for days and days, but I'm not going to sit there and do too much. What's the outcome? What's the outcome for the Pisces here? Yeah, resistance and luck. So somebody doesn't really like that I'm saying this. At the end of the day, somebody's still going to resist the fact that they don't feel healthy, or they don't feel good within themselves. They're still going to resist that. But yeah, so that's your reading, Pisces. Those are general, so apply them as you see fit. Hi, if you're new to watching me, we're doing it by zodiac sign. On TikTok, there's a lot of restrictions. They already restricted me, or somebody reported me saying that there is nudity on here, so I'm already restricted. So I can't say too much on TikTok, so it'll probably get taken down. Just a warning. But if you're watching on TikTok, I'm also up on YouTube. This video is going to be saved. It will be time stamped, so you can check it out on my YouTube channel. It is the same username. We're going backwards in the zodiac today. We started with Pisces. So up next, we're going to do Aquarius. All right, let me try to move that right there so I can see y'all a little better. I might restart it, since I guess somebody probably got blocked, so they reported me. All right, I'm going to come back on TikTok. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. Come back on TikTok. All right, let's see. That's why I told y'all. I told y'all that's why I did not want to do TikTok no more. After they sold it, it wasn't, it's ruined now. And if you know, you know. If you know who owns it, they own all. I don't know why they mess up this media platform, because they own every media platform. But for some reason, they're very strict on TikTok. I guess because that, I don't know, it's kind of weird, because YouTube connects people from different countries too. So I'm not sure. All right, we're gonna do Aquarius next. Thank you for the compliment on YouTube. I appreciate that. All right, the only way you guys can get personal readings is at the link in my bio on TikTok. There will be fake pages of me. Do not get scammed. I cannot help you once you're scammed. Okay, I don't know these people. They're likely in other countries. It's not me. I am in America. If they do not have an American number, it is not me. If they are not speaking clear English, it is not me. If they type am instead of I'm, it is a scam. It is not me. I have to let you know. If they DM you first, it is not me. Do not get scammed. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius is up next. Let's see. Those of you on YouTube, I see personal questions. I'm not answering personal questions. We are doing general readings. All right, Aquarius is. What's the energy surrounding my Aquarius folks? Let's see. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. What's the energy surrounding the Aquariuses? Okay, sexuality. So it looks like the theme of this might be masculine and feminine energy today. Of course, this could be very literal, like, two people who are with each other, dating each other, having sex together, things like this. But this could be masculine versus feminine or whatever somebody is attracted to. All right, so let's see here. What role do you play here, Aquarius? Let's see. The am instead of I'm. Yes, that is how you know they are in Africa or in the Middle East. They are not in America if they are typing am. I'm telling you right now. All right, so what role do you play here, Aquarius? Let's see. Superstition. Okay, so you're nervous or worried about something, you do not trust something. All right, this is my Nine of Swords card, Aquarius. So right now you could be overthinking a scenario, but let's see. So, what are you worried about? What do you not trust, Aquarius is? Let's see. Okay, guidance. I feel like you're worried about women. You're worried about who women are listening to, or you're worried about who people are listening to. I feel like too you don't trust this group of women. All right, that's the Three of Cups to me. Let's see. Okay. What are you worried is going to occur here, Aquarius? What are you worried is going to occur? Okay, luck, the Wheel of Fortune. So you feel like something's out of somebody's control. There's something that they are not able to fix. You feel like basically there is a power outside of these people and it's going to affect them. What do you think is destined to occur? And we're going to see what they're guided. Oh, okay, truth. Okay. So in a couple of ways, I feel like you're nervous that it's destined for somebody to see the truth and you're nervous about that. Okay. Truth about what? I feel like I'm putting you out there. I don't know. Hi, welcome. I'm not your future wife though, but welcome. All right. So the truth about what? Let's see. Okay. First of all, I feel like you're worried that somebody's going to see the truth about cause and effect. Oh gosh. All right, I don't know. These live TikTok is crazy. All right, so the truth about cause and effect, or the truth about a Libra, or the truth about karma. This is what you're kind of worried about. Okay, guidance. Okay, so whose guidance? Who are they listening to? And what are they being guided to do? So basically, you're nervous. You're like, I don't want them to figure out the truth about this. So everybody's guided. These people are guided to love themselves or put themselves first. I don't know why. Okay. What other energy should you be in, Aquarius? All right, strength. Now, Leo is your opposite sign. If you know a Leo, I would go ahead and listen to that Leo's advice. Yeah. I don't know if a Leo is telling people certain things. Okay, let's figure this out. All right, basically, long story short, you're nervous because you feel like somebody is going to find out the truth about Libra. They're going to find out the truth about cause and effect or karma. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Let's see. You said, I know in my heart that this is wrong. What are you talking about? Y'all are weird. But that's okay. The OGs know that once the trolls come back, that means that the channel is getting a lot of views. That's pretty much all it means. That's all it means. It's all good. All right, so you got the Three of Swords, the Ten of Cups. So I feel like somebody lied to a group of people, and somebody's nervous that that's going to come out. To keep it short, it look literally, I can see somebody lying to an entire group of people or lying to a family or something. All right, we're going to just keep going. Okay. What effect will this have on you, Aquarius? Why are you worried about this? What will be the outcome for you? Okay, you feel so something will be blocked. All right. So if you try to whatever you try to do or you're trying to make something work, you feel like eventually people will find out that it's wrong or something. You're worried that that's going to be blocked out. What will you be blocked out from doing? Or you feel like you'll be rejected? Let's see. What do you be blocked out from doing here? Okay, something you want to, yeah, you feel like people are going to notice what you're trying to create or what you're trying to do. Whatever your plan is, you're basically nervous that it's not going to work, or people are going to be like, "Well, how did you get that to work?" All right. You're trying to control the effects of something. You're trying to control the outcome here. You're upset that, I don't know if you're upset, but you're nervous that the outcome that you want won't occur. All right. I feel like if it's a group of people involved, they're getting guidance from another individual. They're listening to other people. What is the intended outcome here? What's the original outcome? Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. What's the intended outcome here for you, Aquarius? Yeah. You got respect and ambition. It could be something about a job, career, maybe certification or something like that. All right, that's pretty much your reading. That's what you're nervous about. All right, what energy should you be in? Let's clarify the strength card for you. All right, so there's the guidance in the world. So this is what we don't trust. We don't trust this group of women. We don't trust who they're listening to. But that part is already over. There is a Seven of Wands, the Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Wands. Let's see what the outcome is for you, Aquarius. So people are already that stage that you're worried about. Like if you're worried about a certain process, that part of the process is already over. That step in the process is already over. Like say somebody has to review something or look something up. They've already done that already. Let's see. What is the new cycle here with the world card? And we'll see what the outcome is for you. Yeah, a lot of emotions. Okay, yeah, self-love again. People are going to do what makes them feel comfortable in this scenario. If that leads to something getting blocked out, that is what's going to occur. They're just going to make sure that they're doing something that makes them comfortable for themselves. This could be a scenario where maybe you're supposed to partner up with another individual. They're being guided to do something solo. You could be nervous about that. They are going to do something solo, or they are going to do something that comforts themselves. Okay. They are not this energy, they're not going to consider anybody else's emotions. They're not going to consider how somebody else feels in a scenario. If the decision is comfortable for them to reject something, block it out, stop it from continuing, that is what's going to occur, just to throw it out there. Like if somebody has to do something in a way where, how can I explain this? Like basically say you need somebody to do a loophole for you or to do like a shortcut for you. That person is not going to do this shortcut out of love or out of compassion. That is how it's going to go. If they have to, like if somebody has to save their own ass, that's what they're going to do. They're not going to That's basically what's going to happen. All right, so what's the outcome here for you, Aquarius? And then we're going to do Capricorn is next. Yeah, I feel like you might need a backup plan with finesse. That typically means the plan will not work. All right, so I feel like too, the plan is to get somebody to feel guilty here with mood. The intention is to get somebody to feel guilty. Somebody's not going to feel guilty, ashamed. They're going to feel fine. Like if this is also a scenario, like take yourself out of it. If somebody's supposed to feel ashamed of something, the energy is going to be self-love. They are not going to feel ashamed of who they are, how they dress, how they look, how they act. There is not going to be any guilt or shame here. They are going to love themselves regardless, and that's what's going to occur. All right, so that's your reading, Aquarius. So if you're wondering if you're trying to do something out of compassion for somebody else, I wouldn't. I would make sure that you within yourself are comfortable with what you're doing first, because I didn't pull love not one time. There's no sympathy, guilt, anything like that. So just make sure that you guys keep that in mind. So this is not going to be a I scratch your back, you scratch mine scenario, or however you want to put it. All right, so that was Aquarius. We're going to do Capricorn next. Let me write it down. All right, y'all. Capricorn is next. We're going to do Capricorn. We're on TikTok, WAP, Kick, YouTube. My username is the same on all platforms. It is Eat Your Heart Out. All right. So if you're on TikTok, there's a lot of restrictions. I really don't like going live on TikTok. So just keep in mind, I am on YouTube as well. You can find me on there too. If you're on TikTok, there will be fake scam pages. Do not get scammed. I cannot help you. I will be giving that disclaimer for the next couple of lives because I haven't been live on TikTok in a long time. I'm letting y'all know I will never DM you. I don't do any spell work on people, for people, none of that. That is not me. If it's a WhatsApp number, that is not me. I'm not talking to y'all. I don't need to reach out to y'all to ask you for a reading at all. I don't need to do that. Okay. I don't have to do that. I don't have to beg you to get a reading. I'm not going to say, oh, I see energy on you. And I'm not paying attention to y'all like that. I promise you. I'm never going to do that. So please do not fall for it. Please do not. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with Capricorn. I'm going to have to give that disclaimer at every sign, guys. We're going backwards on the zodiac. So we started with Pisces and Aquarius. So those are up on my YouTube channel. All right, Capricorns. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, new folks. Thank you for the likes, shares. Thank y'all. All right, what is the situation surrounding my Capricorns? What's the situation surrounding the Capricorns? All right, leadership. All right, so this is what we're talking about: a person in position of power, an authoritative figure, a parent, a teacher, so on and so forth. This could also be the first person to do something, like the first person to do something in your family, friend group, neighborhood. All right, what role do you play here, Capricorns? What role do you play here, Capricorns? Okay, hustle. All right, so you could be receiving finances or spending money on something. All right. What other energy should you be in here? Also, this is my card of abundance, Capricorns. If you're wondering, you have an abundance of opportunities. You can network. You're in a good community, a good place for yourself to network and make money or meet new people. Okay, just putting that out there. All right, what other energy should you be in, Capricorns? Let's see. Okay, so truth. All right, so you need to see the truth. I'm assuming about leadership, but we'll delve into it. So it looks like this is about a truth coming out here. All right, so what do you need to see the truth about, Capricorns? What do you need to see the truth about? Okay, possibly a Cancer. This is my Cancer card, style. All right, what is the truth about this Cancer? What is the truth here? See the truth about this Cancer. What do you need to see here? Okay, we got sexuality, dominance, and defense. Let me get one more, and then self love. Now, yesterday, Cancer's energy was about self love. It looks like somebody in this scenario, it looks like there's a partnership that is controlling this, or there's like a partnership that's blocking out somebody from loving themselves, things like that. Hey, Amelia. So keep that in mind. There could also be a Gemini involved, like a Gemini is not allowing somebody to love themselves or do something that makes them feel comfortable. If there's anything actually about sexuality, like what somebody loves or who somebody's attracted to, of course, there could be a scenario where somebody is not allowed to feel comfortable doing that. But we'll continue. What are you supposed to do with this information, Capricorns? And then we'll get some cards here. Okay, perspective and knowledge. Okay. The perspective of whether or not somebody knows their power. That's what you're going to see here. All right. Let's get some cards. Let's see. Let's see. You said you did it raw and now you're pregnant. That's crazy that you can leave that kind of comment in my live, but they'll restrict me. But you can leave a comment about doing it raw. That's funny. All right, let's see. Eight cards. Eight cards for Capricorns. Okay, the Empress. So we're starting out. It's a lot of feminine energy going on here. Okay, so I see a woman who's working on something. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups, and then the Seven of Pentacles. So, um, don't keep. I noticed that somebody keeps building something up and leaving it behind. That's one thing that I see, and I'm paying attention to that because you came in with hustle. Dude, you're not the Five of Pentacles. I feel like your perspective is that you're at a lack. If you're building something up, don't give up on it right now. If you're building up a savings or you're building up a project or you've been working on your career, do not walk away from that in the moment. I feel like there is going to be a scenario where somebody looks back at something and they kind of regret that they keep walking away from it. I'm also getting because we pull sexuality with the Empress, there is a gender, there's an issue with genders here. Let's see what the Empress is doing. Let's see, what is the Empress doing here? Oh, okay, intuition. Okay, what is now? This could be about women's intuition because we have the Empress and the instinct. What does this woman instinctually know here? Yeah, ambition. So, okay, yeah, somebody is working. They're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to continue working. I'm going to build this up. This is a good job. I need to keep something professional. So somebody, this person knows that this opportunity works for them. They're working, they're building it up. Okay. I'm also getting to something as a pattern. So if it's not about work or professionalism, somebody here, they're like, yeah, this is a pattern. It's just a pattern. It's going to be repetitive. Something about this is not going to shift. I intuitively know, understand this pattern. What does the Page of Swords notice here? Yeah, luck. Okay, so you're gonna, if this is within you, you're gonna recognize like a repetitive pattern. It's repetitive. Is going to continue working. I'm also getting too, if you're wondering if you're abundant enough to make some money, you are going to make money doing it. It's a pattern. You're going to know how to do it. You're good at this job. You're good at what you're building or working on. So do not stop doing that. Somebody outside of you notices this though. If your intuition is telling you to build upon something and you're doing a really good job at it, somebody outside of you notices that. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if that's going to affect anything, but let's see what the Eight of Cups is. What is the Eight of Cups here? Because we have a Five of Cups. Okay, potential. What is the regret with the Five of Cups? What is somebody going to regret here? Resistance. Okay, what did someone resist? They wish they did not resist doing something. What are they resisting? Okay, resistance and move. So now we're back to the Pisces reading that I just gave. Literally. This is the thing. If you're working on something and you're being professional, in your case, Capricorn, this is not a time for you to get emotional. Something needs to be as professional as possible. If you're making, like, because you're already making money from something and your intuition is telling you to do this, don't let your emotions get in the way of something that you know will build up well for you. All right, do not, you should not get emotional. Your energy is not the same as Pisces. Their energy, they actually need to heal their emotions. They had like a regret, a sadness, depression, or sickness. You're not in that position. You're actually building something up that's sturdy. It works. It's good for you. So do not change what you're doing. All right. I'm not sure what that has to do with now. A Cancer is emotions. So for you, you're an earth sign. Cancer is your opposite. Cancers are known to be more emotional. A lot of cancers don't like to hear that, but they are, period. I've never met one that's not. A man, woman, whatever. Whatever. So they could be, maybe they're being led by emotions. Maybe you need to see that. Maybe you're dealing with that individual. But again, that energy is your polar opposite. All right, so just keep that in mind. That is your polar opposite. Now, when your emotions get in the way, you typically do not know your power. You do not know your strength because you're sad or emotional or whatever. Something's upsetting you. So just keep that in mind. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Capricorns? So you are correct. You know what you're doing. All right, so you have rebellion. This is a Capricorn card for me, actually, because y'all know in the tarot, Capricorn does come out as the devil card. All right, doesn't mean Capricorns are the devil, but Capricorns are the goat in the zodiac. So yeah, but you are supposed to rebel here. Let's see what the norm is. So what is the norm? What's the norm? Okay, guidance. Oh, because the center of your reading is leadership. Okay, so this is the thing. You're going to take information, but you're going to have to incorporate it in your own way. Now, the thing that you have over, I'm assuming this person in a leadership position who's teaching, you actually have intuition. So, intuition for me is like your own plan, your gut telling you, okay, I know this is going to work. Or I know that I'm good at this. This is something that you're born with, something that you instinctually know how to do. And that can be a different flair because somebody can go and study something for years, right? But if they're not a natural at it, then it's very different. Like somebody can sit there and study how Michael Jackson dances their whole life, but you're not going to dance like Michael Jackson. He was born like that. That's his intuitive gift. That's his own gift. Or somebody who's naturally born knowing how to sing, or somebody naturally being very good with numbers. There are people who are great at math and can't read, but somebody can study math for years and still hate it and still be very bad at it. So your energy, what you have here is your own intuitive, like natural flair to it. All right. So normally people in your position will listen to this leader or incorporate this information. What are you going to do that's slightly different? Let's see. Okay, yeah, resilience. I feel like you're going to do it on your own. I feel like two people normally do what you're doing in a group, or they need people that are the same as you or whatever. But hold on, y'all. Let me get some of this out of here. Hold on. All right. So yeah, you're going to do something on your own. That's okay. Do it on your own. You don't need to be in a group to do this. What's the outcome for you, Capricorns? It's okay for you to do it alone. Yeah, you got mystery. Okay, so since we ended up in mystery, we're going to leave it there. If you're wondering what's the secret behind this, why do I know this better than the person who's teaching me? You have an intuitive gift that works better for you, or you can recognize a pattern that works really well for you. All right. All right, so that was Capricorn's reading. All right, we're going backwards. If you just now joined, we did Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn. All right, Sagittariuses are up next. You say you love working alone. Yeah, that's definitely a Capricorn trait. Capricorns are known to be like hard workers and stuff. All right, so we're gonna do Sagittarius. Before I start, sorry if you're watching this and you keep seeing me repeat the same things, but I do have to let people know I have not been going live on TikTok because TikTok is very crazy. It's going to be a million fake pages. Do not get scammed. I will never DM you. That's long story short. If you guys want personal readings, you have to go to the WAP and subscribe to the WAP. That is the only way I give readings. You cannot DM me, nothing like that. That's the only way you're going to get a reading to keep out people from getting scammed and all that good stuff. Now that I'm going live on TikTok again, it's going to be a million fake pages. So please be prepared. My username is the same on all of my platforms. That is YouTube, Kick, WAP, and TikTok. They're all Eat Your Heart Out. That is how you will find me. It's spelled the same on all of them. And that's it. All right, Sages. There are no numbers. If somebody message you from Eat Your Heart Out 1, 2, 3, 4, that's not me. All right, so please, 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 please do not get scammed. Okay, please use your discernment. All right, Sagittariuses. Shout out to my fellow Sagittarius. Y'all know I have strep throat, so I'm good now. I'm good now. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what's in your reading. All right, what is the most important scenario for my Sagittariuses? Let's see. All right, spirituality. Here we are. All right, what role do you play here, Sagittarius? Let's see. What role do you play here, Sagittarius? Okay, skill. All right, so Libra. Oh, all right, I'm not going to go back, but okay, so skill. You have a certain skill set. You could be in Libra energy. You may have a Libra placement. Some of you, maybe you're a Libra moon, Libra rising. All right, but you could be showing off a skill here. Also with Libra energy, that is cause and effect. You can be the cause or the effect of something. So we're just going to clarify it here. What is the cause with this Libra energy? I like to kind of pull that out, and then we'll see what your skill set is, because it could be that simple as well. All right, rebellion was Capricorn's energy, but of course, if you're doing something rebellious, what is the effect? All right, resilience. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of Capricorn energy too, but if you're in a similar position where they have to do something solo, because you want to do it differently, that may make it harder for you. All right. If you're gonna be different or outside the box or rebellious, you're gonna have to be able to handle that. But that's what I see here. All right. What else is your skill set, Sag? Mood. Okay, defense and peace. So so for you, whenever you regret something or if something does not work out for you, you're like, no, I'm not just going to be at peace with that. So that could be a good thing. Maybe you're like, okay, no, I gotta fix that first, or I have to learn from that mistake. Okay, we're going to see what that is. So what does spirituality have to do with this? Because that is the root of it. And then we'll see what other energy you should be in. Okay, mood, order, and knowledge. Okay, so this is an energy where it's like, okay, you had to make a mistake first and then you learned it. Also, do not allow anything spiritual to make you feel ashamed. All right, with spirituality, do not put it in the same. Now this could be like a religion a lot of times makes people feel guilty. Even with spirituality, people will try to make you feel guilty because you read tarot or because you believe in zodiac signs, or people will try to make me, like, people will say, oh, why are you reading cards without your head covered? Shut up. Like, don't don't allow like don't allow some type of like spiritual belief system or anything like this to make you feel guilty or ashamed about yourself. However, in this case, I feel like there's something where you didn't know the information, and so you went through, you made a mistake, trial and error, and then you were able to learn it. All right, so we're gonna see what other energy you need to be in. What other energy should you be in, Sagittarius? Is defiance. Okay, so defiance is straight up not listening to something. All right, that is straight up whatever the instructions are, whatever the rules are, do not listen to it. This is your advice. I just shuffle and pull the card. All right, what are, what are the instructions? What's the standard? Vision. So don't take something at face value. Somebody wants you to just kind of believe what you see. Okay. Maybe somebody's telling you to observe something, watch this, learn from this. You're not supposed to. What is somebody telling you to look at or see or observe or envision? Okay, dominance and finesse. All right, what are you supposed to do instead here? Okay, so you're supposed to resist. Somebody wants you to watch something or observe it. Do not look at that. So I'm assuming this must be something that everybody's told to watch or observe. Don't look at it. Okay. What do you need to resist? That's interesting. Let's see. Okay, hustle and leadership. Don't pay somebody. Do not somebody's like, hey, learn from this person or pay this person. Do not do that. That's weird. All right, maybe everybody else is doing this. Let's see. Hi y'all. I know that it's AI. I already know that. All right, let me know if y'all can hear me on YouTube. They reconnected me. It's a lot of issues today. All right, so you're being told to observe something. Don't observe that. Don't watch that. That's a weird reading. Okay. Um, so like say like you're in school for something. It would be like the professor's like, okay, this is what you need to observe. This is what you need to pay attention to. Don't do that. You don't need to watch that movie, show. I feel like, I mean, the reason that you wouldn't want to watch something or that you shouldn't pay attention to it, I'm assuming that it gives you like a bad mindset. It may make you think that you can't achieve something. Maybe you're watching, like for me, I don't really, thank you for the compliment. I don't really watch like the news. Like it would be like, okay, typically everybody watches the news all day, but who wants to hear about people dying 24/7 or who wants to be afraid 24/7 or something like that. So it's something where everybody watches this or everybody observes this. That's weird. Okay, it's a little weird, but we're going to see. We're going to see what it is. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Let me know in the chat also if it freezes y'all on YouTube. It keeps saying reconnecting for whatever reason. All right, so let's see. 8 cards. All right, the Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn may not, don't do what the Capricorn is doing right now. Or that Capricorn reading may not have anything to do with you. Or I would not, if you're in a position you know a Capricorn, I wouldn't pay that Capricorn. Do not pay that Capricorn for anything. Don't let them lead you, teach you. That's not for you. That Capricorn needs to do something solo. All right, just because that just came out. All right, yeah, judgment. And then there's the Seven of Swords. Okay, there's finesse. All right, we're going to see what it is. It's like somebody's watching you to see if you're watching something. You're the Queen of Wands. Somebody wants to see is that Sagittarius watching? All right. Or like does this Sagittarius see this? Does a Sagittarius notice this? Like, just to give you guys an example, right? Like, I'm a Sag, so I know not to take like chats seriously, right? I know not, I don't have to read all the chats, or I know that it's bots, or I know that it's negative people online. So, like, it's telling me, like, don't read the comments or something like that. But I feel like in your case, there's like a Capricorn trying to teach something or trying to say something here. All right, let's clarify what it is. I don't know. It's almost like somebody is going to say something on purpose so that they can observe you to see what you're doing. This is a little weird. I don't know what everybody else does, but we're gonna see what it is. All right. What's the devil card? Judgment. Let's see. Yeah, vision. Maybe somebody's yeah, don't watch this. Don't pay attention to that. Why? What would happen if you watched it or if you paid attention to this? What would happen if you watch this? I knew it. It changes your mindset. I knew it. So I don't know what it is. Something change something will make you very close-minded. But if this is defiance, that means that somebody is either telling you to do this, that is the rule that's being put out there. Like, say somebody, what could I even apply this to? Say you wanted to do cosmetology and you're like, okay, I want to do hair. And everybody's like, okay, well, you need to watch this influencer because they're great. Like, this is the first influencer that I watched that knew how to do wigs. But if you did it the same way as them, it would like pull your hair out, or like something makes it so that you don't think outside the box anymore, so that you don't think for yourself anymore. Like, what does it give you a trap mindset about? Okay, personality. This could be a part of your own personality. You may think that everything like this is good or everything like this is bad. What will be the trap mindset? How will you continue to view a scenario? Okay, ambition. Yeah, personality. It's almost like, okay, I'm a Sagittarius, so I have to travel for work. No, you don't. Or this is weird. It's like, okay, everybody does that for a living. This is what you're supposed to do for a living. This is what you're supposed to do for a job. Or you're a woman, you're a mom. This is what you're supposed to do for a living. Something like makes you not realize that you can do more. Where does the rule come from? Like, who's telling you to do this? Or where does this come from? Okay, love. This could be somebody like romantically involved with you, or okay, that's odd. All right, who, it's like somebody's observing to see what you're going to do. What are you doing in the Queen of Wands? You're healing. So you're fixing something. You're already healing this for yourself. Who's observing you? It's like somebody's like, is it working? Okay, somebody who's emotional. So somebody's emotions are triggered by the fact that you're healing. They want you to watch something or envision something that makes you in a trap mindset. So that's going to stop you from healing your mindset. You're already getting over something. This could be like reminders. Like, I'm just going to give you simple, like, say you're trying to get over an ex. Don't keep going to their page, or don't keep, I don't do that, but I don't know if any Sagittarius really do that. All right, what are you able to heal? What was the issue here, Sagittarius? Let's see. What was the issue? Okay, yeah. I feel like somebody had mind control, or like you were always constantly listening to someone else. What is the result of the healing here for you? Because you're already fixing this. Yeah, transition. You're kind of moving on from something. You're not listening to that at all. What is the Seven of Swords? What is somebody's intentions here? Yeah, fight. Somebody wants to distract you. If you're looking at the wrong thing, something is supposed to be a distraction, or somebody genuinely wants to fight or argue. If you do anything social media wise, just don't look at the comments. That is what they want to do. They want to fight with you. Literally, they want to argue or fight. Or if somebody's, hey, like watch this, or pay attention to this, or notice this, it's distracting you from something else. What is it distracting you from paying attention to or focusing on? And then I'm gonna see if somebody actually wants to fight or argue. Yeah, you got sexuality, superstition, and connectivity. You're like, no, I know that that's a mindset. I know that that's not true. What does somebody want to argue about or fight about? That's the plan. That is what they about you, Angel, Sagittarius. Somebody just wants to fight with you. What the fuck? That's funny as shit. Yeah, somebody just wants to argue with you about you, or okay, ignore it. I don't know where this would come from or what. Why do they want to? Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, what other energy should you be in, Sagittarius? Let's see. Yeah, luck. What is your luck right now? So, Wheel of Fortune is like your opportunities that you have, and like live in the moment. Um, Maybe something's like, no, you should envision this for your future, or you should pay attention to this later on. And, it's like live in the moment or appreciate the opportunity that you have. What else is your luck? What is your opportunity in this moment? Ooh, yeah, you don't. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna continue. What's the outcome for you, Sages? I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but don't get distracted. What's the outcome for you? Don't even look at something. Like, also, if you have like a certain goal, something that you're working on, maybe somebody's like, hey, maybe you should try this instead or do this instead. You don't need to do that. That's a weird reading. Okay, what's the outcome for y'all? What's the outcome for the Sages? That's it's not weird because I know what it is for me, but yeah, potential, void, strength, and pride. Okay. Okay. Also, if they're like literally, if there is a Capricorn, I would not talk to a Capricorn because they're trying to argue with you. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I can't speak for everybody, but Capricorn men argue with me a lot. They will sit there and watch my stories just to argue with me. Like I had to actually take Capricorn men off of my stuff because they were weird. But I mean, I knew them in real life, but yeah. So I don't know. It could be something like that. Okay, that's Sagittarius. All right, Scorpio is next, y'all. Scorpio is next. You said Capricorn men argue for no reason. Yeah, Capricorn women, I like the women. I don't have no issue with Capricorn women, but Capricorn men are, but that's men of every sign. So what can we do about that, huh, ladies? I don't know if it even matters what their sign is, to be quite frank. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it even matters. Okay. But all the other, women of any sign are good with me. Okay, Scorpios. Scorpio is next. Again, y'all know I gotta give the same disclaimer. Don't get tricked. I only have one page on TikTok. Please don't get scammed. The only way to get readings from me is the WAP link that's in my TikTok bio or my YouTube. YouTube. bios and descriptions. This will be up on YouTube if you missed any part. If you missed your sign, it's up on YouTube. It'll be timestamped when I'm done. Oh, you said they do is draining. Yeah, Capricorn men are, ooh, they'll argue with you that the sky is green. I'm like, Jesus Christ, shut up. Who cares? They be arguing over stuff that don't even matter. Like there was this one Capricorn, he was in a relationship and I would post things about being single. Why are you arguing with me? You have a girl. Why are you trying to convince me? You're not trying to convince me to date you. So what are we arguing for? I'm not talking to you. I don't date you. You're not single. This conversation has nothing to do with you. All right, Scorpios. It was this other it was this other Capricorn. He got mad at me because I don't like Drake. I'm like, bruh, like sucking that nigga dick. All right, anyway. Anyway, Scorpios, y'all up next. All right, Scorpios. Hi there on Kick. We're doing tarot readings by zodiac sign. All right, what's the situation for my Scorpios? Situation for my Scorpios. Let's see. Excuse my language, y'all. You said that's really weird. It is weird. All right, so Defiance. All right, so this was the card that was Sagittarius advice. All right, now when we go in order, y'all know that the signs will kind of spill over into each other. So if you are dealing with a Sag, if you may have a Sag placement because you're a Scorpio, you may have like a Mercury in Sag or a Sag moon or something like that. So the center of your reading is Defiance. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they are not going to listen to the instructions. They're not going to watch it. They're not going to pay attention to it. They have to ignore it because it is going to mess up their own, like their mindset. They need to keep an open mind. Now, we're going to tailor this to you because every Scorpio in the world does not deal with a Sagittarius. So Defiance is the center of the reading. So what's the rule here that we need to break? What is somebody being told to do? Okay, mystery. Okay, now you rule secrets, Scorpio. So in this case, somebody's being told to hide something. What are they being told to hide? Okay, voice. Literally, somebody's like, don't say that. You're not supposed to talk about that. If somebody's being told to keep a secret, we're going to assume that they're not going to keep this secret. But what else? What is this person doing instead? Or they're supposed to hide the fact that two people, maybe they're talking to somebody they're not supposed to be talking to. All right, what's going to be done instead here? Oh, superstition. Somebody may warn. Okay, somebody's going to warn somebody that they're being tricked. If somebody's supposed to keep like a secret or like a secret conversation, thank you so much. Thank you for the roses. If somebody's supposed to keep a secret or keep a conversation to themselves, they're going to warn someone else. Like, hey, like so and so, I don't know about that. If part of the plan requires somebody to keep a secret, that plan is not going to work. Okay? That plan is not going to work. Let's see. So somebody is going to spill the beans, put the business out there. They're going to warn somebody. They're going to spoil the plan. The plan will only work if somebody keeps a secret. And you know what they say? What's the saying when they be like, what's it saying? A secret, two people can keep a secret if one of them is dead or something like that. So somebody gonna tell the business. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpio? Now you're a mystery, so maybe you were supposed to say something. They're gonna go against what you said, but what other role do you play here, Scorpios? All right, you got potential dominance and inspiration. You can be dealing with an Aquarius. That Aquarius was worried about their plan. You might want to watch the Aquarius reading. What other energy should you be in here, Scorpios? Okay, transition. So if transition, if this is like actual, like physical, in the physical, you need to literally leave a place. All right. It's time for you to leave, move on. Don't stay in that position. If this is like a mental way of thinking, it's time to get over that mentality. But we're gonna see what transition is for you. What's the starting point? Let's see, what's the starting point, Scorpios? Okay, guidance. All right, what do you need to transition to? So I feel like right now you're in a, yeah, rebellion. Okay. So you're being told something, you're being guided to do something. That could be why Defiance is here, but you're being told or guided to do something in particular, or you're doing something to fit in with this group. All right, you could be doing something where you fit in with everybody. All right, this could be friends, siblings, all your coworkers, whatever. Everybody's listening to the same thing, doing the same thing. You're going to have to do something different or out of the box. Let's see. So, what were you being guided to do here? And then we're going to see what you're doing in rebellion. Okay, something spiritual. So, this is like a religion. All right, everybody follows the same religion. Everybody follows the same spiritual mindset. Like for me, there's a lot of spiritual things that I personally don't believe in. Like the main thing that I will always believe in is tarot cards. That's just me because they work regardless. But I feel like there's plenty of spiritual things that I personally don't subscribe to. Like say all the women who do tarot, you all should be wearing head wraps and copper jewelry, and you should all dress the same, and you should all listen to India Ari all day and neo soul. And if you listen to rap music, you're not spiritual. It's plenty of rules like that. So it could be anything, or this could be like a religion. You're supposed to go to church every Sunday, or you going to hell, or you supposed to, if people really followed their religion, they wouldn't be doing a damn thing. But anyway, so everybody everybody's following the same spiritual religious rules. All right, you can do something that's against the grain a little bit. What are you supposed to do that's different with rebellion? Let's see. All right, so focus, determination. This is tenacity, is focus, determination. You could be focused on, let's see. You got superstition, sexuality, and rebellion. Some of you may not want to rebel because you're a woman specifically, or like even if you're a man, there's like a gender role that you are supposed to fit into. All right, and you don't really want to do that. But I feel like you want to focus on something else. You don't want to have to do all of that. Sometimes spirituality and religion can distract you. All right. Do not, maybe you're being guided to pray, right? Or you're being guided to meditate, or okay, I'm going to write affirmations and I'm going to write a list of things that I want to do. That's fine, but in reality you still have to take steps to do those things. All right, so you still have to live in the in the 3D, or there's a lot of spiritual things that you, yeah, well, that will take all day for me to explain. Let's get 8 cards for the so like though in the 5D, there's a portal that's opening up and you get okay. Well, in real life, the rent is due on the first. So all right, so Scorpios, let's see. 8 cards for the Scorpios. Welcome back. Hi there, Philip. That's my dad's name. You said I'm not putting nobody in, in no jar. Yeah, you don't need to do anything like that. All right, so let's see. 8 cards. 8 cards for the Scorpios. All right, the Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Now, you were the Page of Pentacles. You were potential. So I do see you seeing something dealing with an Aquarius here. All right, but you're looking at this message. You're looking at an email. Like this is a tangible message, email, things like that. You're paying attention to it. Looks like it's going to inspire you to get more information. Here's the Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Hierophant. These are all, you got all 3 pages, and then you have a queen in the place. So that's why something does not work. I feel like, first of all, logically speaking, whatever this now, with this coming out in spirituality, y'all know this is depicted as a priest. The Hierophant is like a priest in church, right? He's giving instructions, he's giving the rules. So I feel like the issue is like clarity, like something doesn't make sense, whatever this rule is. It doesn't now with rebellion and defiance. Defiance is straight up not listening to something. Rebellion is more so like, okay, that makes sense. I'll take a little bit of that info, but I'm gonna do it a little differently, right? Like defiance with like spirituality, maybe somebody's I don't believe in intuition at all, right? Or something like that. Rebellion is like, okay, I believe in intuition, but I don't believe that I need a rose quartz to do it. I don't believe that I need my table doesn't need to be filled up with crystals for me to be intuitive. So there's like there's a mild difference in that, but we're gonna clarify this. Let's see what was being discussed because the at the bottom the root of this is that something was supposed to be kept a secret. So what was being discussed here? Defiance. Okay, it doesn't have to be a secret. Something. Okay. So I feel like what's being discussed is like, yeah, that person isn't listening, they don't agree, they're going against the grain. So somebody's going to warn. Now this is about this looks like kind of law, like the law or something. This is on some shit like, yeah, so and so is breaking the law. Then another person is going to warn that individual so that they don't get caught. I don't know. Okay, what are all these pages? And I'm going to see what the Hierophant is. Okay, you got passion, defense, yeah, and spirituality. So the desire is to block out spirituality altogether. That's the desire. That is the point here. So it could be to block out a religion, a spiritual belief system. That is somebody's desire, but it's not working though. Why is that? Why is it not working? Because you're focused. This is what you're doing. You're focusing on knowledge. So this is the thing. You could be using like me. I use tarot because you can get information, or maybe you're learning something. Maybe you want more information. What else do you want knowledge about? So there is something spiritual that actually gives you information or will actually teach you something. Okay. What do you want more knowledge about or more information on, Scorpios? Okay, order and a trap mindset. Okay, so you're trying to figure out what should I put first for myself? How do I make something work for myself? And I feel like something spiritual is going to help you with that. Like, say you pull your own cards and you're like, okay, what energy should I be in today? How am I going to make this work? What's the root of this issue? Blah, blah, blah. That's why that would work for you. What do you need to put first for yourself, Scorpios, for things to work out for you in this situation? Okay, yeah, potential, fight, and self love. So you're going to see that something conflicts with you being yourself. Now, if you're switching from religion to more something spiritual, spirituality does allow for an individual to be more themselves than religion, right? So with religion, everybody's supposed to get married. You're all supposed to be fruitful. When every woman is supposed to want to have a baby, but we know that in real life, everybody's role may not be to be a mother. And I could compare that to like the African goddesses, right? So like Oshun, she when she has children, she gives them to her sister Yamaya. I hope I'm saying that right, and she's the mother. She raises the kids. So it's something like it's like, but Oshun is supposed to be like the seductress, and she's more sensual and sexual, and Yemaya is the one who raises the children. So women are in different roles in spirituality, and you of course that spans for other genders and things like that. But I'm not super well versed, so I'm not going to give y'all all the stories because I can't quote it verbatim. But it's something like that. But if you're going in religion, everybody's supposed to be fruitful and multiply, or things like that. So it's like you're going to realize that there's something that you're being taught that stops you from being yourself, your own individual self. Also, religion tends to come with a lot of shame and a lot of guilt. Like, oh, you're born with sin. And like, goddamn, I just got here. How is this newborn baby sinning? You know what I'm saying? Like, like, so it's like, damn, like you already putting guilt on a newborn baby in religion. Or women are supposed to wear certain things or cover up or things like that, like kind of making women feel guilty about how they dress or how they look, how they act. Even with men, I mean, shit, it's say it's a gay man, he's supposed to feel guilty about being gay, or it's a whole spectrum. We could go down the list. So it's something like that, whereas spirituality would be more okay. I'm a Scorpio. I rule death, sex, taxes, money. That's what I rule. That's my energy. That's who I am. That's what Scorpio does. That's what Scorpio rules. So it's something where you're just your own personal identity. All right, I feel like have I been talking a long time? All right, let's see. All right, what's the outcome for you, Scorpios? What's the outcome for the Scorpios? Yeah, power. Okay, transition. Yeah, and then style. That's Cancer energy and leadership. So I feel like you're going to stop listening to this. It could be a Taurus for some people. All right, the Hierophant is a Taurus. That is your opposite energy. Okay, so but yeah, so you're gonna kind of move on from what you've been taught or told. It's time. I feel like you're gonna start expanding your horizons. Um, I feel like too, you're not supposed to ask questions. That could be what this is. Like if the rule is mystery and voice, you're not supposed to ask questions, right? Shit, if you in Bible study and you was asking questions about something that didn't make sense, you got in trouble. Things like that. Like you're not supposed to be questioning God or you know, so and so killed your friend. You're not supposed to question God all of a sudden or something like that. Like that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, but that's your reading. That's for the Scorpios. Libra is next. Let me switch. I'm gonna switch phone positions so that we can get everything charged up so my phone does not die. I am on Kick, TikTok, YouTube. All right. I'm not ignoring anybody. Let me put YouTube right here. I see. Let me make sure I don't ignore y'all messages. I'm gonna see. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. If you missed Scorpio, I'm also up on YouTube. So you can go and watch YouTube as well. All right. So hold on. Let me write down my Scorpio notes. Scorpio started at 65 minutes on YouTube. That's an hour and 5 minutes. So you don't have to do the math. Let me write down my little notes real quick. All right. If you're just now joining, sorry y'all that have been here and heard me give the same explanation over and over, but it's just because everything is new. I have not been going live on TikTok. Please, if you're watching me on TikTok, please do not get scammed. This is my only page. I will never DM you. The only way you can get a personal reading is at the link in my bio. You do have to subscribe to get a reading. I have it like that for that reason. Okay, please do not get scammed. I am on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and WAP. My username is the same on all platforms, y'all. Eat your heart out. There are no numbers, no underscores, no nothing. If it's Eat Your Heart Out 52398, that's not me. Okay. It's just Eat Your Heart Out on every platform. Um TikTok used to let you link YouTube. They don't let you do that anymore. So it's you gotta search me. It's Eat Your Heart Out. We are going backwards in the zodiac. So we did Pisces. Pisces was at 6 minutes. Aquarius is at 20 minutes. Capricorn is at 33 minutes. Sagittarius at 46 minutes. And Scorpio at an hour and 5 minutes. It is up on my YouTube currently. Yes, so that is all I need to say there. Let me make sure I'm not ignoring y'all. Okay, let's see some of them. Yeah, these are general, y'all. I'm not ignoring you. If you're asking a question, I'm not ignoring you. These are general. All right, Libras. Do we have any Libras here? If not, we still gonna read for y'all anyway. You'll come back and see it later. All right, let me get some. Put on some more lip gloss. Can't be. Not gonna be crusty, y'all. All right, if you're gonna be on the internet, be cute, y'all. Be cute on the internet. Digital footprint is real. All right, Scorpios. I'm just playing. Thank you, Zelda. I appreciate you. All right, Libras. All right, what is this scenario for the Libras? What's the situation for my Libras? Okay, truth. So we're going to be able to see the truth in a scenario. That's just point blank, period. We're going to see the truth. Okay, truth about what here? The situation is the truth. That's the most important thing here. Okay, change. Excuse me, Scorpios rule change. All right, so keep that in mind. But you can, it could be the truth about a Scorpio, but you can see the truth about why something changed here. All right, what is the truth? And then we will get your energy. What's the truth? Okay, mood. Okay, so the reason something changed, I'm gonna assume that somebody either felt ashamed, guilt, or sadness. This could also be a health thing. Maybe somebody was sick and they're like, okay, I'm gonna change this about myself. Okay. So the truth about this change is mood. This is why it shifted. That is why something changed. What changed here? Okay, passion. All right, so what somebody used to desire, or maybe what they used to be attracted to, they don't like it anymore. This could literally be about like what you are attracted to or what you desire. It changes over time as you get older, but I feel like this desire or an act or an impulsive action led to some sort of regret that did not work out as planned. All right, or what somebody is attracted to that changed. Okay, what role do you play here, Libra? What role do you play here? Okay, innovation. All right, so this is the magician. What you're trying to create, you're actually able to create. You're actually able to manipulate a scenario. You have all the tools that you need to get what you need to get. All right, so innovation, that's the magician. All right, let's see. What are you able to create here, Libras? Let's see. Okay, power. All right. So I feel like you're able to get your voice heard. Okay. You're able to be heard in a scenario. You have the power over the room at the moment. Power, peace, and respect. Okay. Now, this combination, maybe somebody's not listening or they're okay with the fact that somebody's in power here, but we're going to see what else. What other energy should you be in, Libras? So you should be in defiance too. Okay. All right. So Sagittarius wasn't supposed to listen either. So, all right. So you're supposed to not listen to something that you're instructed to do. Okay. What are you instructed to do, or what is the standard here? Okay. Transition. Do not leave. Don't leave. Don't move. Don't leave. Don't relocate. Don't stop doing what you're doing. If your innovation, if something is working, don't give up what you're working on. Don't do that. It's actually, where does somebody want you to go, or what is the end destination with transition? Okay, style. If this is a person, you're not supposed to go with a Cancer. You're not supposed to go on a different route. If this is about like actual traveling, do not get in that car. Don't ride with someone else. If you're going somewhere, do not ride with someone else. Don't go with that Cancer. Don't transfer where you're going. Don't go get on a different route. Don't change your plane. Whatever travel, don't change it. Thank you. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. So, what should you do instead with defiance then, Libras? Yeah, resistance. So don't go. Don't go there. Who's telling you to do this? Where does this rule come from? Oh, finesse. Okay, so okay. So your innovation, something works for you. It didn't work out for this other person. So they're like, yeah, no, don't do that. You guys are different. The plan did not work for them. It works for you though. Interesting. What was this person intending on getting? So this is like, say it's two people, right? And you are trying to get like a manager position. It works for you. You have the degree, the experience, you have the network. This person didn't get the promotion, so they're like, yeah, it's hard to get promoted at that company, or I wouldn't work for that company. They didn't give me no bonus, they didn't give me no promotion. It just didn't work for them. Their plan did not work. It works for you though. What was this person's intended outcome? So basically, somebody failed at something, so they're trying to get you to to change what you're doing. What was this person's intended outcome? Oh, fight. What? That came out in the Sag reading. What actually occurred? So somebody was trying to compete, I'm going to assume, but what actually occurred for this person, and that's why they're like, yeah, D, they got rejected. So there's no, this is the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. Just a little key, if you guys want to read your own tarot and you're wondering, okay, is this going to work out for me? When I get this combination, that means that your plan will not work. That means that something is missing or something's going to get blocked out. So whoever this is, it's like they're coming to you, Libra. See, because this is what happens when you, I don't know if it's when you talk or when the conversation's going on, or like there's no argument with you and this person. There's no fight, no conflict, there's no distraction. For this person, it doesn't work. They want a fight, they want a conflict, they want to distract somebody, and then they get blocked out. So they're telling you, yeah, don't work with that individual, don't work with those people, don't talk to that person. But the reason they're telling you that is because their plan did not work. They wanted to fight somebody or argue. Wow. So that's why you have the truth about change in mood. They're sad or regretful. They lost something. Okay, I like messy readings. This is messy. This is messy. What's missing from this person's plan? It's like it didn't work at all. So, okay. What's missing from this person's plan? Why didn't it work? All right, you got versatility and then fight. So somebody just wasn't willing to fight or argue or get distracted. Somebody has to want to fight or argue, or they have to have the capacity or the mental capacity to get distracted or fall into conflict. So somebody's like picking a fight or a distraction with the wrong person and it just didn't work. What? Okay. All right. Okay. Welcome, y'all. I be wondering why y'all calling me Ish, but I forgot my username is Ish Your Heart Out. So I'm like, why are y'all calling me Ish? All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. That's interesting. Okay. So somebody's a hater. Somebody wants, literally, their intention is to fight. That's all they wanted, was a fight. Okay, you got the Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Empress. Yeah, what's missing from this person's plan to argue? The Empress is not arguing. Does this person look like they need to fight or get up or argue? Like somebody, okay. The strain. So somebody also looks like they have a lot of restraint here. Somebody like literally like, oh, I'm trying to fight this person. They're like, no, calm down. It's not that deep. Like that's kind of what it's looking like. A Two of Cups, a Six of Cups, the Sun, and the King of Swords. It looks like this person has like sympathy. So somebody kind of like, they look down on this person. Like it would be like somebody trying to come and argue and fight. It's like, oh, you just want to fight. You just want to argue. So somebody feels bad for this is funny. What the fuck is this? All right, let me see. This is so funny. Okay. All right. Why do they want to fight this individual? So just don't listen. It's like somebody's gossiping. All right, spirituality. Maybe they want to argue about belief systems. Um if you're a Libra watching this and you know how to do your own cards or something like that, and you see like the trolls in here, they want to fight, they want to argue. That's why they're here. They just want to argue or they want to distract. I just block people. I don't know. I laugh at them. I feel bad for them. So maybe that, I don't know what this could be. But this is literally why somebody wants to argue is spiritual belief systems, spirituality, healing, love, and strength. That is why somebody wants to fight. I feel like to this person, if it's the strength, maybe they're helping a Leo. Somebody's like actually helping somebody, or like they're trying to fix an issue. But you're innovation. So what other role do you play down in these 8 cards? So you're gonna see this. That's the reading. All right, love. Yeah. What are you doing out of love for somebody? Okay, style, innovation again. You're fine. You're doing what works for you. Now Sagittarius had defiance as well, and they pulled your card, Libra. So you may have those placements, or you may know a Sag or something. I get Sag and Libra together a lot, but yeah, that's your reading. Somebody literally, I'm also getting to this individual may want to cause some type of conflict between you and another person. That could be it. All right, what's the outcome for you, Libras? We're gonna move on to the next, to Virgo. Yeah, resistance, hustle, fluidity, and superstition. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna worry about this or contribute to this. All right. That's interesting. All right, I'm on all the platforms, y'all. All right, Virgos. Where we at on the time? 97 minutes. All right, we're on all platforms. You watch me on TikTok. This is up on my YouTube, so y'all can check that out. Sag, Sun, Libra, rising. I actually don't have any Libra in my chart. Oh, what's my name? My name is Aisha. Hopefully, they're still in there. My name's Aisha. All right, Virgos. Virgos. Let's see. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for any follow, likes, gifts, subscribing. All right, so what's the energy with the Virgos? What's the situation for the Virgos? Okay, tenacity, which is like determination, focus. All right, being focused on a certain outcome. All right, what are we focused on here? Interesting. Defense, blocking out what? Skill. So Sagittarius came out as this today. Libra also came out as this. All right. So somebody is or this is, I'm sorry, Libra didn't come out as this, but this is Libra's card. So somebody is focused on blocking a Sagittarius or blocking out a Libra. That is what they are focused on. That is what they are determined to do. All right. Yeah. All right. So somebody is focused on blocking that out. If they're not dealing with a Libra or a Sagittarius, somebody is focused on blocking out a certain effect, right? Cause and effect. All right. So let's see. What role do you play here? Somebody's determined to block a Sagittarius or a Libra. All right. What role do you play here? What? You said you like that I'm drinking water because that shows that I'm healthy. Guys, I can literally do a line of Coke and drink some water. What? All right, what role do you? I've never done that, by the way, but I could. I'm just saying. What? I could literally be dying right now and drink some water. Okay, Virgos. What role do you play, Virgos? Y'all be tripping, bruh. All right, so your courage. Okay, good, good, good. So you have courage here. What do you have the courage to do, Virgos? What do you have the courage to do? What do you have the courage to do, Virgos? Okay, the Empress, versatility. All right, so you're comfortable. You're not worried about anything. You could literally have the courage to be like maybe the only woman somewhere in a scenario. You have the courage to tap into your feminine energy. Like if it's a man, he has no issue being in his feminine side, whatever that's labeled as, because that's just a label. All right, but I don't have time to break that down. But yeah. What other energy should you be in, Virgos? What other energy should you be in? Okay, confidence. Good. So this is a good reading. Nine of Pentacles is an energy where you're doing something solo. Also make like whenever I get this, make sure when you're going out or whatever, you're dressed nice. You know, you got your hair done, clothes nice, things like that. Care about your appearance with this card. But this is about having all the resources that you need by yourself solo. So if you're wondering, you can fund something by yourself independently. You're good there. So feel confident, things like that. All right, so let's see what else we got. At this part here, what does that have to do with you if somebody's trying to block out a Sag or a Libra? What is this energy? What does that have to do with you? You may have those placements. Oh, yeah, Sagittarius. So either you have a Sagittarius placement, like you'd be a Sag rising moon, ah yeah, Sagittarius guidance, intuition, and self love. So that's what's going on. You might know a Sag. I'm a Sag. All right, so I don't know. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Let's see. I don't have to do voodoo. I don't do voodoo. I'm not broke either, so I'm not broke, and I don't do voodoo. But I'll let you keep typing. I don't. I guess you're sad or something. Are you single? Are you unmarried? An unmarried man? I guess maybe that you want to get married. You wish I would marry you. All right, let's get 8 cards for the Virgos. So this is pretty on par. We just talked about somebody trying to block out a Sagittarius or block out skill, intuition. I'm a Sag. So that just happened in real time. That's why I like tarot. It happens right away. All right, so let's get some 8 cards. But you have courage, versatility, and confidence. Okay, the Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Hangman, King of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. There you go. Nine of Pentacles. And then the Three of Wands. Let's see what the Hangman is. I'm getting to have patience. You have the Hangman and the Three of Wands. What's the Hangman here? Let's see. Okay, fluidity. What is the old perspective? Okay, peace. What's your new perspective going to be here? Looks like you're going to notice something or focus on it. Okay, yeah, fight. So you're going to realize this is tied. These are kind of tied to the last couple of readings, but in the Sag reading, they were told not to look at something, not to pay attention to it because it's a distraction. Somebody wants to fight with them. That's literally happening in real time. But there's like a perspective that somebody or something comes off peaceful, but really they want to fight, argue, they're conflicted. Okay. I'm also getting something is supposed to seem like, oh, we don't notice that. Like how this person is coming in and saying, oh, you're broke with no husband. They're supposed to seem like they don't notice somebody like me, right? Like, oh, a single woman is the bottom of the barrel, but they clearly are distracted by me. They notice me. They're focused on me. So it's something like that. It's like somebody's supposed to come out like, oh, I don't even notice that. I don't even pay attention to that. I don't care about that. But that is something that distracts them, or they focus on that all the time. All right, so that's what you're going to notice. What is somebody supposed to be at peace with? And they're like distracted. Yeah, Libra again. This is like Libra Sag energy. What is this person conflicted about or fighting with or mad about? This is your reading? Yeah, spirituality. Literally, they want to fight with somebody spiritual. This is your reading. Sorry that it looks like your reading's kind of getting flooded by like the current energy of like trolls or whatever, but that's your reading. I don't know. Yeah, somebody is supposed to be like minding their business or focused on something that can make like that could work out for them, but they're still fighting or arguing about it. All right, so if you're supposed to be in the Nine of Pentacles here, this is your energy. And as you can see, she is focused on something. So let's see what you're supposed to be focused on here. Let's see, what are you supposed to be focused on for yourself, Virgos? All right, guidance. Yeah. Um, what else are you being guided by here for yourself? Yeah, superstition, resilience, and fight. Yeah, like don't get distracted. Do not fight. There's no need to argue or fight about that. It's not real. I'm also getting too like to fight over spiritual belief systems. Honestly, at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, it really doesn't matter. Um, it's actually kind of like pointless. It does not help to progress somebody's life, right? So like if somebody's on here like, oh, you're doing voodoo, you're the devil, you're going to hell, you're single, how does that progress your life? What are you trying to manifest in your own life? So it's like fighting over a spiritual belief system really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really amount to anything. Like, are you getting paid? Did you receive money for that? Maybe you did get paid. I don't. Hey, that's the world we live in. Maybe you do get paid to do that. But it's like, what did you get out of it? Even you being in a position, if somebody is arguing with you over your belief systems, what do you get out of convincing somebody else to believe the same thing as you? You don't get anything out of it. You don't. It doesn't really benefit you. But yeah, what else are you being guided to do here, Virgos? For yourself? Yeah, pride. Exactly. There's no need for you to. This is the Six of Wands. This is the Five of Wands. All right. So why argue with people, or you should rise above something? This does not matter. You should feel like you are above something. All right. What are you too good to deal with other than the arguing or fighting? Yeah, order. What is supposed to be put first here? You're supposed to feel like you're above this, basically. Yeah, sexuality, dominance, healing, and leadership. That's what you're supposed to be putting first. You're trying to make sure that you're the one that can initiate something for yourself. You're putting yourself out there. You're supposed to be above this. Let's see what else. Maybe you need to hear that. Maybe somebody's trying to argue with you or something. What else are you supposed to be too prideful to deal with? Yeah, this is not a big deal. There's Libra again. Yeah, there's Libra again. They were in power. See, that's what I'm getting. It's like, so Sag came out as skill, right? They came out as skill. Libra also came out as innovation and power. So this could be either a Sag or a Libra talking, or all. This is Virgo, by the way, on YouTube. So this is either a Sag or a Libra talking. It makes somebody afraid or nervous. So that's why they're fighting. What are they nervous about? I don't. All right, well, what is this person nervous about? Maybe that's what we need to hear. What are they worried about or nervous about? Order. They don't want the order to change. Somebody doesn't like the way that something's going. What's being put first when the justice card speaks out? All right, passion. What do they want to come first for them? What would make them feel more comfortable? It's like they're worried or afraid. Yeah, potential personality connectivity. Somebody's supposed to view everybody the same way or view somebody. Yeah, this is, I don't know what that has to do with them though. What are they worried about? What happened to them? Yeah, keep being courageous or emotions, rebellion. So somebody's just emotional. They want everybody to act the same way. I don't really what triggers this person's emotions? Somebody wants everybody to act the same exact way or okay, finesse. So somebody's upset because what they tried to do does not work. These are kind of getting tied together. Like Libra's plan was working. They're fine. Somebody else's plan doesn't work. What is their intended outcome? So now they're embarrassed or they're emotional. It Yeah, exactly. Style. This is like somebody wants somebody to move on, do something different, don't do this and that. That's not working. What's actually occurring? This is odd. I don't know. What's actually occurring? Yeah, resistance and resilience. We're not doing this a difficult way. We're not dealing with yeah, this that's the Libra reading. These are the same. Yeah, okay. I don't know what that has to do with you, but maybe you're going to observe this from the outside looking in, and it inspires you. Like, okay, bet I have all the tools like Libra does. I'm good. I have all the resources that so and so does. I have the courage to make this work. I could be independent. I could be single. I can do it alone. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody's trying to talk down on you because you're single or something. I don't know. It's 2026, so that those days are over, bud. But I don't know. But all right, that's your reading, Virgo. All right, so we're gonna do Leo next. Hopefully, Leo, your reading won't be like tainted by the troll energy, but we'll see. It comes out, it comes out. I don't control it. I don't control it. Oh, you were single last year? Cool, cool. Good for you. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. We are doing general readings, y'all. Doing general readings. We went backwards. So right now I'm on Leo. Leo is next. If you're watching on TikTok, this is up on my YouTube. It's going to be time stamped when I'm done. All right. All right, Leos. All right, do we got Leos in here? All right, what is this scenario for my Leos? Hi there, welcome. Thank y'all for all the likes, gifts, tuning in. I appreciate y'all. All right, what is this scenario for the Leos? What's the energy for the Leos? All right, power. This came out in Libra's reading. You could be dealing with a Libra. All right, but this person has the power of words. If this is within yourself, this is your own personal power, speaking up for yourself, things like that. All right, who's in power here in your reading? Let's see. Okay, sexuality. In your reading, it is either a Gemini or it is like actually a couple. All right, like a married couple, two people dating, things like that. But this could be a Gemini speaking up. All right. This also, Gemini, if you do not know a Gemini, Gemini rules your mind. It's ruled by Mercury, right? So this could be literally the power of the mind. All right. The power of your own decision making. All right, Leo. What role do you play here, Leos? Okay, superstition. Aquarius was worried too. You and Aquarius are opposites. You guys are polar opposites. So Aquarius was nervous and now you're also worried or nervous. Okay. Or if you're not nervous, you are overthinking something or you don't trust something. Okay. All right, let's see. What are you worried about, Leos? Resistance. Resisting what? Knowledge. What? What do you think is going to happen? You're worried about somebody not know, like this would be a situation like, okay, they know better. Are they going to do better? Maybe you don't trust that somebody's actually going to implement what they know. They know better, but are they going to do better? What do you think is going to occur as a result? Like what are you worried is going to occur? Okay, rebellion. Yeah. So I feel like you're like, okay, they know better. Are they going to do better? What is the rule here? You don't want somebody to be rebellious. What are they doing instead? Or what do you think somebody's going to do instead? Oh, something's supposed to be a secret. You don't want somebody to. What's the. Okay, I'm not going to tell what the secret is. Something's supposed to be a secret. You're like, no, I don't want them to see the truth. Okay, what's supposed to be a secret? I don't know. I'm not going to say it on here because it might be your business, but what is supposed to be a secret, Leos? I'm also getting too, you're like, are they going to resist trying to find this out? Like, basically, you don't want somebody to go digging. All right. You don't want somebody to go digging or something's supposed to be a secret or a mystery or something's supposed to be hidden. All right. Maybe you're afraid of doing that. Maybe you're like, maybe I'm not supposed to find out or I'm not supposed to get more information. I'm not supposed to go digging or something like that, but you're nervous. Okay. Let's get 8 cards. No judgment. Everybody gets a little nervous every now and then. Okay. Okay, this is the Capricorn reading. I told Capricorn to do something on their own. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, the Devil card, Ten of Wands, the Temperance, Page of Wands, the Moon, Seven of Pentacles, and then the Hangman. So the signs that are out are Capricorn, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces. What is the Devil card? Trap mindset about what? Somebody's obsessing over something or they can't stop thinking about what? A rule. Yeah, somebody is very obsessed over these rules. They're like, no, I have to. Yeah, there's like rules and regulations with spirituality, religion, something like that. Like there's a rule and regulation with that. They have a trap mindset on these rules and regulations. I meant to leave respect down. Okay, what's the temperance doing? That represents truth. Sagittarius energy just represents truth. Okay, guidance. What are they being guided by here? All right, leadership. What are they being guided to do? Work, ambition. They're working. They're okay, ambition and confidence. The Virgo was supposed to be confident. So somebody's being guided to work alone, work solo, build something up, save their money. Okay. Okay. I'm also getting like the ambition card to me in comparison to the Ten of Wands. Like this would be doing something difficult. This is something easy. So a Sag is or somebody is being guided to do something that comes more easily to them. If we're talking about labor, like this to me looks like more hard labor, something more difficult. This person's kind of just building upon something that's already built, so it comes easier. All right. What is the moon card here? I don't uh, perspective. Okay, we got the hangman. What is the old perspective here? Because it's like you're nervous that you don't want something to come out. What's your new perspective? I feel like you might be overthinking something. So your old perspective is potential, your new perspective is voice. Yes, skill and defiance. Literally, don't sit there and follow that rule. Don't follow that rule. Don't be stuck in that mindset. What other energy should you be in, Leo? Because you and Aquarius are both overthinking something, or you're both very nervous or afraid. You got luck, the wheel of fortune. What is your luck right now? Maybe you need to see how many opportunities you have around you, how lucky you are to have something, because you could be overthinking it. Like there could be an opportunity around you that you don't realize you have, or you're afraid. What is your luck or your fortune right now? Like what's destined to occur for you? What's coming easy for you? Healing. I think who had that? It might have been Sagittarius. I think the Queen of Wands had healing in Sag reading. Yeah, healing, hustle, and focus and versatility. So I feel like right now you're supposed to be healing your like how you view abundance or how many ways you can do something, how many opportunities you have around you. What else is your luck here? Because you're not even coming out and where are you at right here? Yeah, you're doing the same. This is my Aquarius card. You and Aquarius are like worried or overthinking something. You're very nervous and worried. Okay. Right now, if you're wondering about whether or not something's going to be healed, it will. Maybe that's what you're scared of. The luck, the thing that's outside of your control is healing. Something will be healed, something will be fixed. That's what's going to occur. So if you're nervous about like maybe your literal health or you're worried about something becoming better, it's okay. It's being healed. But what's the issue? Like, oh, love? Oh, okay. So somebody's not supposed to, now in this case, if this is the issue, somebody's not supposed to do something out of love or out of compassion. And I mentioned this in the Aquarius reading. The Aquarius reading was they're not going to feel guilt. They're going to do something for themselves. They're going to do something out of self love. That's what's happening. So this same thing is happening in your reading. Like somebody's not going to do something just to make other people feel better. It could be like romance, like maybe somebody's getting over a bad romantic situation. What is this going to be healed into? And that's just what it is. Okay, yeah, intuition. So somebody's going to follow their intuition instead of making sure that everybody else feels good or feels love. Like, okay, so this is the difference, right? Hold on. What is somebody's intuition telling them to do? I'm going to explain it in a second. Yeah, luck. Okay. They may know how many. So, this is the thing. This person may know how many opportunities they have for themselves. They may realize how much they can do alone, maybe. If the issue was love and that's what's going to be healed, somebody is like making sure that everybody else is doing better before putting themselves first, or somebody is doing something out of compassion for everyone else around them or for a specific person around them. That is to make somebody else feel comfortable, make somebody else, make sure their emotions are stable before your own. Somebody knows not to do that anymore. They're going to start to follow their intuition. May now romance or love could have been blocking somebody's intuition. and they're no longer doing that. The combination also of intuition and luck, like maybe somebody has different opportunities coming to them by themselves, and then when they incorporate somebody else with it, that luck doesn't work the same, right? So like for me, when I go out alone, I always meet new people. Well, not in here. Like if I go out alone, I always meet somebody new. Nine times out of ten, somebody's gonna buy my drinks, buy me dinner that night. Like it, that just is how it works out. Now, if you go out with a group of people, and this is just a metaphor, but like say I go out with like two, three other women, now it changes because now that person who was originally going to approach me, they have to consider, okay, my friends, are my friends attracted to her friends? Are her friends attracted to my friends? Can we all hang out together? So it changes the opportunity. Or like, okay, I'm going to go in for a job interview. I have the degree, I have the experience. If I was to bring along a friend, that friend may not have the same degree or the same experience. So now they may look at me differently. It's like, okay, I can't take the whole group. Or like say it was like a singing group and you have one person, they're way more talented than everybody else. The record company is like, okay, well, I want to sign that person. Thank you for the gift, by the way. I want to sign that person. Oh, well, no, I'm not going to get signed unless I bring my friends. Or now that changes that opportunity for that person. So I feel like that's what's going on. Like somebody's like, okay, I'm not going to do this out of love. I have to. And that, I mean, that's the issue, though. That is the problem in this scenario, unfortunately. So somebody may always put somebody first. Somebody may always, make sure that everybody else feels better, or make sure that so and so gets this before. Like that's somebody's problem. Maybe they're in love. Maybe they're, in a bad relationship. That is somebody's issue. They can't. They have to get out of that relationship could be holding them back or something like that. So that is the issue, and it's healing into somebody's intuition. So that's what's going on now with you being worried. Maybe somebody's doing something out of love for you. Um like say it's a friendship, maybe somebody's trying to be nice and now they're like, "Nah, Leo, I got to really tell you what it is, or I got to really like let you know that this is the real scenario here." So that's the situation that's going on for Leo. Especially if you're worried about rebellion, if somebody's intuition is telling them to do something 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to say 9 times out of 10 because your intuition could be telling you to follow a certain rule. Like, okay, that works for me. That standard that works for me. That benefits me. But if there's a scenario where that standard, that status quo, that rule, that regulation, that tradition does not work for somebody, their intuition is going to tell them to do something completely different. All right, so that is your reading. Maybe you're worried. Now, if you're worried about rebellion, maybe it's your child. Maybe it's, it just depends. All right, so what is the outcome for you, Leos? All right, so you have mood and humor. So I'm going to assume one person's going to be happy, the other person is not. What is somebody going to regret? What are they sad about here? Yeah, I mean, passion and self love. Somebody's going to be driven to do things for themselves now to make sure they're comfortable. Because, again, if this is the issue, and I'm just reiterating, because of course we're taught to like love everybody and blah, blah, blah. But if that's the problem, that means that somebody is only driven to do things for other people, or they're only driven to do things to make sure that other people feel comfortable. Now somebody's desire is to make sure that they feel comfortable within themselves. So that's what's going to happen. All right. Why is there not in here? I don't have no fruit in here. Okay. So that is your reading, Leos. All right. If you're overthinking something, make sure you're putting yourself first. Like if you're nervous or anything like that. Make sure that you're still putting yourself first. Make sure that you're making decisions that work out well for you. All right, because that was similar to Aquarius, because in their reading, it was like a plan may not go well, but it doesn't work because somebody is concerned with their own well being. Where did my pen go, y'all? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Oh, ooh. My back cracked. That's that 35. Okay. That was Leo. All right. All right, y'all. We're trucking through here. Okay. We got Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries left. If you're watching me on TikTok, you missed your sign. You can catch it up on my YouTube. All right, it is the same username. Thank y'all for gifts and likes. I appreciate y'all. Sorry if I missed any of y'all comments on here. My bad. You savvy, bring you through the work shift. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. It's not safe here anymore. I don't know, man. Hey, if y'all can move, leave. If it's not safe for you and you can leave, go ahead and do it. Shoot. The United States, you should. I don't know. The United States got issues too, so be careful. I don't know, child. I don't know. All right, Cancers. Happy birthday to the Cancers out there in Cancer season still. If there was any July 4th babies, happy belated. All right, Cancers. Let's see. All right, what is the energy surrounding the Cancers? What's the situation surrounding the Cancers? Hey, sexuality. Who else had that? I don't remember. But Gemini, this could be Gemini energy or somebody that you're partnered up with, masculine, feminine energy. All right. What role do you play here, Cancers? It could be literal sex, of course, but what role do you play here, Cancers? Okay, courage. All right. Virgo also had courage, so that's good. What do you have the courage to do here, Cancers? Okay, speak up, voice. So you have the courage to speak up for yourself. All right, that's always good. So, Cancer, let me write that down because Cancer and Virgo have courage, but Aquarius and Leo had fear, which is interesting. Not sure what the correlation is, but all right. So, you have the courage to speak up for yourself. All right, Cancers, what other energy should you be in here, Cancers? Either, or maybe the courage to ask questions. Okay, mood. What bothers you or what triggered you? What might you regret here? Okay, power. You got spirituality, confidence. So I just told Virgo to be confident, and then there's change. So maybe that shifted. Let me see. All right, fluidity. No, do not. So you may regret experimenting with something even though you knew better. All right. What do you wish you would have done here? Order, put what first? What do you wish you would have put first for yourself? Okay, fight. Interesting. So I feel like you would, yeah, fight, perspective, and knowledge. So I feel like you wish you would have stood up for yourself. All right. knowledge and Cancer, self-esteem. Okay. So I feel like you wish you would have stood up for yourself. Like this looks like you had to defend yourself, fight, attitude, knowledge, in your card. All right. Maybe somebody challenged what you know or what you are capable of or your intelligence, things like that. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards for the Cancers. Oh my goodness, it's already 2 o'clock. Ooh. Yeah, so something here inspires somebody to hold back. Now, let's see. 7 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles. There's the Wheel of Fortune. What's blocked out right here? Voice. Somebody's going to stop you from talking. Somebody's like, no, don't talk about that. What do you want to speak up about, Cancer? Maybe you want to ask a question or so you're like this plan does not work because you keep experimenting or you don't stick to what you know. What is this? What's blocking you from talking or who's blocking you from speaking up? Something's like, no, don't say. Yeah, okay, Wheel of Fortune, luck. What is your luck right now? Maybe it's not the right time. What's occurring right now? Peace, healing, skill, and guidance. Yeah, there's like a mindset around love. Okay, so first of all, let's go back. In the last reading, in the Leo reading, somebody was healing their mindset around love. They're like, okay, I keep doing stuff for other people, or I feel like somebody got that information or they were taught to do that. If this is you and you're like, man, I got to stay quiet, I shouldn't say anything, I shouldn't speak on this, I feel like you're being taught not to speak on something because you were told to be more loving or more kind, but you're like, no, we need to speak up on that. That needs to be discussed. Okay, you're reading. Where else are you down here in these 8 cards? Let's see. Yeah, personality and humor and confidence. There's Virgo. So you may have a Virgo placement. You're happy, or what's making you happy here? Because your advice was you were supposed to be in mood. If you regretted something, you need to pay attention to that. Maybe you didn't get an opportunity to speak up. You need to remember that because the center of your reading is like speaking up for yourself or speaking on something. But I feel like you're holding back. Why are you holding back? Why are you not speaking up? It looks like it's out of love for somebody else. Yeah, it's like you're resisting your own intuition. You know better. You know you need to speak up on something or point it out. Okay, the odd reading. I'm not going to overthink it. But you do have the courage to speak up for yourself. If there was an opportunity that you had to do so and you didn't get to do that, make sure that you do it. Um, okay, what is the outcome for you, Cancers? Sorry, that was the first one that wasn't really. Yeah, guidance and courage. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. I feel like if there's somebody scared of you speaking up or scared of you speaking up for yourself, that could be what's going on. But make sure that you speak up for yourself. Make sure that you say what's on your mind because I feel like you're not doing that. You're in a scenario where if you do speak up, that's okay. There is no issue with that. Okay, sorry, that was kind of quick. Hopefully that helped you guys because I didn't want it to get like confusing. All right, so we're gonna do Gemini next. That was kind of a little short reading there. All right, Gemini is next. We're going backwards. If you're on TikTok, this is going to be up on YouTube. All right, what is the scenario for the Geminis? What's the scenario for the Geminis? All right, versatility, the Empress. Virgo came out as the Empress today. This could be about feminine energy, women, comfortability. All right, what role do you play here, Gemini? What role do you play here? Okay, Angel. So you're in the position of a Sagittarius. All right, you're dealing with a Sagittarius. Sag is your opposite energy. You could be literally doing something opposite of what you normally do. That's your polar sign. In Sagittarius energy, you could be teaching something, you could be traveling, things like that. All right. So it says angel dominance and humor. If there's a Sag involved, they're controlling their own happiness or something like that, or they have control over a scenario. All right, what other energy should you be in, Geminis? Okay, power, similar to Libra. All right, so what is your power here, Geminis? Okay, defiance. What are you being? Okay, so you need to break a rule. So Sagittarius is supposed to break a rule as well. Libra also. So you have Sag and Libra energy kind of coming out here. What are you being told to do here, Geminis? Oh, what? Power. You're being told to speak up, or you're being told. So, first of all, you're having patience or you're being calm. You're being told to like wield your power over other people or yell, or I feel like too you're being told to have power over a Virgo. You're supposed to use that power or wield that power over a Virgo or over maybe other women, or you're being told to use that power over somebody who's being more independent or singled out. What are you supposed to do instead? Yeah, resistance. You're supposed to resist. Yeah, courage and voice. So that was Cancer. What else are you? It's like you have the power to do something, but you're not supposed to take advantage of that power right now because I feel like you want to use that power and wield it over someone else, or like somebody's telling you to do this though. Who's telling you to do this? Or maybe that's what you think, or that's what you've been taught, or that's like the norm. Somebody's paying you to ooh. All right, hustle. This is the thing. So how do I want to say this? Like if there's people that are maybe these are two married people or one person's getting finances from another person or these two people work together or something like that. They're telling you to wield your power over somebody who's solo or independent, or wield that power over that single person. Maybe you're getting paid to do it. Okay, so you're supposed to resist wielding your power. What else are you supposed to resist here? This is all right. Yeah, voice. You need to not listen to this or have this conversation. What's being discussed? It's like you have the opportunity to yell at somebody or say something or speak on something, but you don't need to. There's no, are you getting paid to talk about it? Are you getting paid to say something? Resist speaking on what, or resist listening to what? Love. Okay. Maybe oh, I feel like somebody's telling you they love you. Don't, okay, this it's almost like somebody's telling you that they love you. They're trying to romance you into saying something. So maybe you want to wield power over another individual because somebody else is like, hey, like, we care about you, Gemini, or This is weird. It's like you're being manipulated almost, or somebody has you thinking somebody's telling you that they love you in order to get you to do something else. Okay. I just shuffle and pull the cards. I don't know. All right, let's get 8 cards. Okay. Now, if you have power in a way where you can use like "I love you" to manipulate a scenario, then yeah. But I feel like somebody's telling you this. You come out as my sexuality card because you guys are the lovers in the regular tarot. Okay, let's see. What's the 8 cards here? So yeah, there's the 8 of Swords. All right, so there's like a trap mindset, the Chariot. Yeah, judgment. Maybe you're not supposed to listen to this Cancer. It looks like somebody is speaking out. There's a Seven of Wands. What is the Chariot? Maybe somebody's like, I love you. And they, okay, yeah, okay, so we talked about the Cancer having knowledge. What does this Cancer know, or what do we have knowledge about here? We know that, okay, so somebody knows that it's a superstition. You don't have to do this. You don't have to believe in this. What is a superstition? We don't have to. This is the thing. Somebody's telling you to have power over a Virgo or to resist a Virgo. That's not true. You don't have to do that. Or somebody's telling you that you have to resist being single or resist being by yourself or resist being independent. Somebody may even be trying to convince you, okay, like if we both work together, then that's more powerful than you doing something alone. But that's not the case. You still have the power to do something alone. Somebody's just telling you this. So somebody could be romancing you, or something like that. What is the trap mindset here with the 8 of Swords? Okay, personality. What's the reality if we kind of open our minds up or open up what are we doing here? Yeah, determination. Yeah, see, there's intuition. So something we know already that a Leo was worried. We kind of already know that. If you're dealing with these people, there's basically, long story short, you're being romanced or like taught that, okay, listen to me, I can help you. The two of us together is more powerful than that one person, but that's not true. This is odd. What's the outcome here for you? I don't even know why you're in Sagittarius energy. What role do you play in these 8 cards? It's like you're doing the opposite of what you would normally do. Yeah, this is you. Okay, so this is your perspective on defiance. I'm telling you not to listen, and you're like, nah, I don't know, I should listen to them, or, that's going against the grain. I should follow that rule. I should do what everybody else is doing. What's the outcome for you, Gemini? Yeah, defense and truth, literally. This is something's blocking out the truth. What's the truth? I feel like that's what's going on. You're listening to somebody else, or you're being romanced and listening to somebody else. What's the truth here, Gemini? Skill, rebellion, defense, and pride. It's kind of odd. What's stopping you from seeing the truth about a scenario? Okay, mood. Maybe a regret here. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. The last few readings always get a little weird. All right, so that was Gemini. All right, we got Taurus and Aries left. Those are going to be the last two readings. If you're on TikTok, these are up on YouTube. Also, if you're on TikTok, do not get scammed because I can't stop it, unfortunately. All right, Taurus. What's the situation surrounding my Tauruses? Let's see what's the situation surrounding Tauruses. Okay, potential. What does something have the potential to grow into? Okay, leadership. Okay, leadership, healing, and mood. All right. Somebody, it looks like they're able to heal some sort of regrets, losses. This could be like a doctor, a nurse. Somebody could be very helpful in healing somebody's depression, things like that. All right, what role do you play here, Taurus? Okay, guidance. All right. So you're looking at, it looks like you're like, okay, that would be a good person to help me. This is a good teacher, a good leader, a good mentor. I'll be able to listen to this person. Okay, what are you being guided to do here, Taurus? Okay, versatility, you got Empress, attitude, and defiance. So somebody is like, change your perspective on going against the grain, or change your perspective on breaking rules or being defiant. Or there could also be like, you need to change your perspective on being like loyal. So there could be like an undying loyalty, or like a loyalty that could get you into trouble or something like that. Like, don't have like a negative loyalty situation. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Tauruses? What other energy should you be in? Okay, your intuition. All right. All right. What else is your intuition telling you? So, intuition doesn't always follow the rules, but what else is your intuition telling you? Yeah, mood, emotions, and fight. Okay, so I feel like in this case, your emotions might be a distraction. What is it distracting you from? This is why. So here's the thing, right? You're looking at something, you're like, okay, this person's going to help me get over this regret, this shame, this guilt, this sadness, or maybe I'm sick. Okay, this is a good doctor to go to. This is a good nurse that'll help me. This is a holistic remedy. Okay, this is a good personal trainer, something like that. You see that your intuition is going to tell you that this regret, shame, sadness, guilt, this is actually distracting you from something. So what is that distracting you from? Those emotions are distracting you right now. What is it distracting you from doing? Seeing the truth. Okay. All right. Truth about what? So don't get caught up in your emotions or your sadness or depression. I know that's easier said than done. All right. Seeing the truth about what? But I feel like your intuition, you know that though. Because if your advice is intuition, right? This is what your intuition is telling you. You already know that this guilt, sadness, shame, whatever mood is for you, you know that that's a distraction. You know that deep down. Now maybe somebody's guilting you, making you feel empathy, making you feel like, but that could be distracting you from seeing what's really going on. Somebody, like, that happens a lot in a scenario. Like, I feel like you have a loyalty and you feel guilty about that. How do I explain that? Like, say like you're dating somebody or you have somebody around you, right? You're loyal to that person. You're like, damn, I'm gonna feel bad if I move on. I'm gonna feel bad if I do well for myself and don't take them with me. I'm gonna feel bad if I don't help this person. You know that that's distracting you. You already know that. You already know that your emotions are not letting you see a situation clearly for what it is. All right, deep down. So what is the truth here that you need to see? This is yourself. All right, so this is the Hierophant. This is Taurus. All right, so I feel like you need to see the truth about yourself, Taurus. What do you actually desire for yourself, or what's the truth about yourself here? Yeah, you got transition, hustle, spirituality, skill, defense. And then there's intuition. All right, so let's see. Don't let something block out your intuition. You know that. You know that you need to move on, transition. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. So you already know what's distracting you. All right, you already know that, or you already know that you're being emotional. Now, transition and hustle, if you're in mood and emotions, you're getting distracted from seeing, like, okay, I need to pay for this, or I need to do this, or I would like to have, this amount of money, or I would like to have these kinds of resources, or something like that. If there's any guilt with like literally moving or relocating, that could be the issue too. Let's see, let's get 8 cards. Yeah, there. Okay, so you got the 5 of Pentacles. So there's like an emotional attachment to some sort of loss, or feeling emotional towards somebody that is in a lack position. Or you got the Ten of Cups, then you got the Seven of Swords. So I feel like if your emotions or your guilt are not allowing you to see the truth, there's a Hierophant right there. So there's Taurus. You see, the Seven of Swords is somebody that's already caught, or it's already visible. Yeah, it's like somebody is literally not noticing that somebody is sneaking or stealing or doing something. They're trying to ignore that. Somebody's ignoring that. Yeah, there's the Five of Wands. So there's the conflict, there's the fight. What is the Seven of Swords? What's the intentions? What's the intended outcome? Okay, order. What is being told to be put first here? It's like there's to be a certain order to things, transition and strength and dominance. You're supposed to go see a Leo first, or you're supposed to go move on or move to go see someone first. What's actually occurring? Because that's not what's happening. What's actually occurring? Self-love. Yeah, this is the thing. Somebody, for whatever is going on here, for selfish reasons, somebody is turning like a blind eye and not confronting a scenario. Somebody's supposed to confront something, and they're not doing that. They're allowing somebody to get away with something. They're ignoring it. What comes to an end with the World card, and then we'll see what the new cycle is. What's the new cycle? Yeah, perspective, power, resistance, and courage. All right. So I feel like basically you need to see the truth about yourself. There's like a regret or shame. Your emotions are distracting you. You could be like letting somebody get away with something just to make yourself comfortable in this moment. Or there's an individual that is doing that. Something needs to be called out here with the Seven of Swords. Who's in the Seven of Swords? Like, it actually needs to be called out, but it's being completely ignored. Or yeah, determined, courage, and inspiration and order. So Aquarius and Leo both had worries. They were worried, but for some reason they're coming out as courageous. So I feel like somebody could be pretending like they're okay, or pretending like they're courageous in a scenario they're not prepared for. Whatever that has to do with you, I'm not sure, but you need to change your. I feel like you have like an undying loyalty. There's like a loyalty factor here that somebody is not supposed to be contributing to. Your emotions are not allowing you to see the truth about yourself. Maybe you don't realize what you contributed to a situation, Taurus. I pulled a whole lot of cards. So let me pull up I'm gonna pick up some of these cards because we're gonna let's see. What role do you play down here in these 8 cards, real quick, Taurus? Okay, passion. What did you actually desire? I feel like yours something might come off self-centered. Yeah, see, you desire abundance, but it's like you're in the 5 of Pentacles. This is the 10 of Pentacles, but in your reading, you're pulling the 5. You're in a scenario that you don't really want to be in because of undying loyalty or something like that. You actually deep down you want like this. To me, it doesn't have to be you receiving money necessarily, but it's a bunch of opportunities. Maybe you want to move somewhere that has better opportunities. Maybe you want to do something for a living that makes you more money, or if it is dating or something like that, maybe you want to date, somebody that's in your same caliber. You want to have friends that are in your same caliber, but it's like you have an undying loyalty and it's kind of like stopping you here. That's what you desire. So I feel like too there's like shame or guilt surrounding what you actually want. And that's so maybe there's something you want to do for a living that would make you money. There's some level of guilt for some reason. I'm not getting that's anything like illegal, like it's nothing crazy, but it's like you just don't. What are you doing instead? Because you're not going after what you desire. Yeah, fluidity. You're not being very intentional either. Yeah, you're not being intentional in what you want for yourself. So what I would say here is don't let your emotions distract you from like some sort of goal that you actually have. That is the truth about yourself right now. There's a need for you to kind of get out there, move on, go see new things. It's like you're putting yourself in a scenario for no reason or something like that out of guilt. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Tauruses? And then we're going to see the outcome. Yeah, see, finesse. You need another plan. Like the plan that you're in right now, admit to yourself that something did not go how you planned it. You have to admit that first. You need a backup plan when you have finesse. What was your first intentional outcome? Or what did you think was going to occur? Yeah, that strength card keeps coming out. There's like a perspective with Leo energy, or there's like there could also be a perspective on what you view as being strong with the strength card. Like maybe you view it as strength to see something through to the end, or I'm strong for sticking through this. I'm strong for being loyal in this scenario, or if you are dealing with a Leo, you wanted to keep that same perspective of that Leo person. They were supposed to do this, or and that's not really what happened. That's not really what occurred. What actually ended up occurring here, Tauruses? Yet dominance and truth. So I feel like your desires didn't come the way that you wanted them to. What do you need to plan for with finesse? And again, when this is your advice, this is also about being intentional. Because I feel like right now, if you're being fluidity, you're just going with the flow of somebody else's life or what somebody else is telling you. And if we have to see the truth about the hierophant and respect, and this is not you, this could be like some religious belief system, some standard that's set here. And it's like you're, because of that loyalty, because of that standard, because of that rule, status quo, you're like, well, no, I'm strong for sticking it through and I'm strong for staying here and I'm loyal. But it's not benefiting you. You're not being intentional. If this is a religious thing or like a spiritual thing, I didn't pull spirituality. I pulled respect. So if this is like more so a religious belief system, maybe you're on something like, okay, well, God will come through and And oh, if I just keep praying or something like that, but it's time to plan. It's time to be intentional about the outcomes that you want for yourself. What else should you plan for with finesse? Yeah, emotions again in fight. Yeah, I feel like there's like you're conflicted about your internal emotions, how you feel. But really, this is what you desire. This is not emotion. This is material wealth, material things, opportunities. It could be job opportunities. Your emotions are conflicting from what you actually want and desire. All right, what is the outcome here for you, Tauruses? You have personality, angel, healing, defense, intuition. Yeah, intuition, spirituality. Now Gemini came out with this today, so not sure, but yeah. All right. But literally, it said to follow your intuition in the beginning. And I feel like you already know that your emotions are conflicting with what you're trying to work on and do. All right. All right. So that was Taurus. We want to do Aries next. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Aries is last but not least. We've been on here for a little while. All right. So if you're on TikTok again, these are up on YouTube. It's going to be time stamped in my description. All right, once I end the video, it's not on there yet. So when I end the video, I'm going to add it. So just give it a few minutes to update. If you're on TikTok, this is my only play page. I will never DM you. Please do not get scammed. I will never do magic, spell work, none of that for you. I don't do any of that. All right, Aries. What's the situation for the Aries here? What's the situation for the Aries? Okay, so fight, conflict, a distraction. Okay. So that is the situation here, a fight, an argument, or a distraction. What is this conflict about? Or what is the distraction? Okay, vision. Okay, intuition. So somebody can visibly see that there is intuition here. All right. Somebody can visibly see their intuition is working, or somebody is observing somebody's intuitive gifts. All right. Oops. All right. What role do you play here, Aries? All right. Love. So you're doing something out of love for someone. Okay. Or you could be romancing somebody or maybe saying you love them. What are you doing out of love here, Aries? So you're doing something to make sure somebody else feels good, things like that. What are you doing out of love? All right, resistance. What are you resisting, Aries? What are you resisting? Luck. Okay, so you're resisting some sort of other opportunity. Now typically if I get luck, that's the wheel of fortune. Sometimes I read that as something that's out of our control. It's just that is how something is going at the moment. But it's also when it's the wheel of fortune, it's something lucky. It could be an opportunity. You don't. Okay, what's destined to occur or what is your luck right now? What's destined to occur? What's your opportunity? What is your luck? Damn, luck again? Luck, ambition, innovation, spirituality, and healing. You're resisting an opportunity or you're resisting your own luck. Okay, love for who? You're doing this out of love for who, Aries? Possibly. Well, okay. It could be a Virgo. I don't think it is. Oh, all right, that's real specific. I'm gonna leave that there. Okay. That's real specific. Okay. You're resisting some sort of opportunity for another individual. All right, what energy should you be in here? What energy should you be in here, Aries? Okay, ambition. All right, maybe you're giving, are you giving up a work opportunity? Okay, don't give up a work opportunity or something like that out of love. Now, of course, this could be your children. Maybe you're like, okay, my child, I can't move here, I can't work here because I got kids, or but it looks like you should be focused on career, especially if you're coming out as love. All right, and if right now if your love and ambition are two separate things, and maybe you're being nice to somebody at work, I would keep it professional. All right, let's get 8 cards for the Aries here. Okay, right away, these first 4 cards, whatever was supposed to be going on or whatever was supposed to occur gets blocked out. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands. This is blocked. We'll see what that is. Okay, there's a loss. So whatever you're trying to create or whatever somebody else is trying to create, that's not working. All right, that loss is going to give somebody a new perspective. Let's see. What is the intention here? What were we trying to create? Somebody's trying to create intuition or manipulate intuition. You're trying to recreate intuition. So this could be like somebody had I talked about this in another sign, but I forget who it was, but like somebody has a natural gift, right? That natural gift works better for them. It might have been Libra. It might have been in Libra reading. They have a natural gift where they can do something on their own. Somebody's trying to recreate like a natural gift, or somebody's trying to recreate somebody else's intuition. It's almost like trying to force intuition or trying to force some type of intuitive gift. What's actually occurring, or trying to manipulate somebody's intuition? What's actually occurring here? Respect. Okay, that Taurus reading. Maybe that's what the Taurus reading is about, because they had mood. So maybe a Taurus is trying to recreate something or do something, and they're trying to recreate somebody else's natural gifts, but it's not working. The outcome that is occurring is a Taurus. Yeah, the truth about a Taurus's perspective, or the perspective of following rules, regulations, following instructions. So let's say like somebody's like, okay, I'm going to recreate this. I'm following the instructions. The thing that is missing is like somebody's natural intuitive gift, or somebody's natural intuitive flair to something, right? It's like maybe somebody, like, I'm just giving an example, maybe somebody's a really good chef and they're cooking this great meal. You can follow the instructions in the cookbook, but if they're a natural cook or they've been cooking for 20 years, theirs will probably look and taste better than yours. That's life. Or like something is about like trying to recreate somebody's natural gifts, but what ends up happening is not that. Something's not intuitive. Something is like following rules and regulations. And okay, what's missing from this? Yeah, mood. Something, literally, it's blocking out regrets. We're blocking out shame. We're blocking out regret. If we're trying to manipulate somebody's intuition, like say somebody knows better, right? Maybe we're trying to make that person feel guilty because there's no real proof of something. It's like, no, I don't feel guilty about that. It's like It's like, what is a good example of this? Like, say, okay, I'm just going to use an example. I don't know anybody's signs in this case, but I'm just going to use it as an example. Like the Carmelo Anthony case. Black people, we intuitively know that that black boy got bullied. We knew that already, but we don't have any proof. We can't prove it. But you would have to be manipulated into feeling guilty about believing that. But we know that. You can't manipulate us into thinking otherwise. We already know it's racism. We already know that the case is fixed. Any black person walking this earth already knew that. We don't need proof of that. That's intuition, that's experience. We've lived through that. You're supposed to be you would be manipulated into feeling guilty for thinking that. It's like, no, we don't feel guilty. Go retry the case, appeal it. So it's that's just an example. I don't know what this has to do with your reading though, with love. Cuz like you're resisting what's actually supposed to occur for you. What is your energy down in these 8 cards? Somebody would have to feel shame or guilt in order for something to work. So your energy down here is hustle. You're abundant, you're fine. You're abundant, but it's like you're resisting that abundance. You don't want something to go the way that it's going. Okay, how is it going here? Because you're like, no, I don't want it to go that way. How is it actually going? You got innovation. That was Libra. So somebody is able to create something. What is somebody else able to create? It's kind of odd. I don't know. Or like you have the ability to create something for yourself and you're not doing it. Yeah, there is a trap perspective around like sex and emotions. Your reading got kind of odd. I don't really know. Cuz I don't know why are you doing something out of love here? You need to be professional with ambition. Luck again. I can't. Okay, it's you're resisting what's going on. So with ambition, what else are you supposed to do here? We're gonna clarify with the tarot because I don't. Yeah, you got power, knowledge. Okay. Let's see. What are you doing in love here, Aries? This is Aries. We're on the last sign, y'all. What are you doing with love? Because you're not doing what you're supposed. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. Maybe you're allowing somebody to get away with something. You got the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. If this was ambition, like you're supposed to do, what are you supposed to be doing? Maybe you're trying to romance somebody. Exactly. This is what you're doing. That plan does not work. You're doing it's love. This is your energy. This is what you started out with. You're resisting luck. Basically, whatever you're currently doing, Aries, you're doing it for somebody else, but you have all the tools and all the abundance to go do something else. But you're in this position out of love for somebody else when you're supposed to be being professional or building something up or working now. If this is like, because a lot of people talk about love readings, a lot of people want love readings. If you're in a position where you want to know about love, you should be focused on your career. What do you want to do for a living? What brings you joy and happiness when you're doing it for money or for work? Like, what do you enjoy doing for work? I, I don't, you're not supposed to be doing this. What is the outcome with the Seven of Swords of what you're trying to do? Okay. What's the outcome of the Magician? Because something's not. Yeah, these are more major cards. I feel like something would have longer lasting effects than just this. The seven and the nine. This could even make you end up like alone or something. Let's clarify real quick. Let's see. What's the outcome of the Seven of Swords? Yeah, superstition. It's like the plan is it's not going to work. What are you going to be worried about if you continue doing something out of love or like your rebellion, voice, skill, and defiance? What's the outcome if you actually use all the tools that you have and do something for yourself? What's the outcome here? Yeah, versatility. So there's something more like comfortable for you. Okay, what's the outcome for you, Aries? Yeah, vision and perspective. I feel like you're going to realize your perspectives might be a little off or something, but all right, I'm going to leave it there. All right, y'all, I'm going to timestamp this. If you're on TikTok, it's on YouTube. TikTokers, please don't get scammed. It's my only page. I'm not going to DM you for no readings. The only way you can get personal readings is on the WAP site. You do have to subscribe. That is the only way you can get personal readings. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Since I went backwards today, we're gonna go in the other order. We're gonna start with Aries. So, all right, y'all.